Quilla, wake up. I'll do a little like narrative to get it started, but just for like what we're going to do, we'll have Quilla pick up Xerox, and just for ease, we'll just have them have that have happened, and they'll join Tehran on the stairs, running up and looking around and figuring stuff out.
Sounds
So
good.
this place is the Archival Bastion, a basically unknown to history thing from long ago, pre-collapse. Asia. No camera surfing. That nose. It's like a shark fin. um, this place that you also found another automaton similar to Beep Boop, but of a much older and more rudimentary type. It identified itself as Leap Loop, or rather Leap Loop, our itinerant monk of the Archival Bastion. And he talked about how his purpose was to walk the world, learn everything he could, and then return to the Archival Bastion for that knowledge to be kind of added to this, library. So you guys, oh no, thanks, I can't. Just make sure maybe put it in the microwave or something. Make sure Paisha doesn't get attracted to it. So yeah, you guys found that interesting enough to make visiting the Archival Bastion a priority, hoping to perhaps learn some things, and had some suspicions about who or what may have established or is interested in the ongoing working of this place, with some suspicions being voiced, but not yet confirmed entirely, I think. But the two of you that are in the bastion itself have learned a few things. Is that a hand raised or just a?
Aren't all three of us in there?
I think no. I think just Beep Boop and Beep Boop, Leap Loop, and Jerry are Juice are in there.
Okay.
It's news.
Jerry left news.
So I think it's just the two of you in there, and then the other three are like charging up the stairs right now, having like broken in with the stunt that Tehran pulled, and now we're like looking it up. But I'll set the scene for them when we get to like going ons.
I gotta watch after my guys. Come on.
Yeah. You guys have learned a few things. This place has no oxygen. No air, in fact. You will need to take a big breath and be reminded that you can hold your breath equal to 1 minute plus your constitution modifier. So that's how much air you guys are bringing into this space. Xerox can be here for several days, I think, with an incredibly high con mod, but everybody's kind of against the clock. Actually, you're also undead, and I don't know that you necessarily like entirely need to breathe anymore. I can't remember where I landed on that.
I'm not sure. I don't think we really discussed this.
We'll say just for mechanics' sake and stuff that you haven't fallen all the way to the the downsides of the blessing / curse that you've taken. So we'll say that you still need air for now until I decide otherwise. I've forgotten another month from now.
Okay. All right, no problem. I'm glad I could space this out to be easy for you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, those nuggets from a bit ago. Let's find those notes. And yeah, so y'all will be jumping in there here in a moment. Yeah, so you guys have learned that there's no air in here. There's also basically, this will help with really, Brian, can you put the camera down? We'll get the better lighting for seeing this.
Yeah, in terms of lighting.
There are two battle maps on the table right now. One is representative of the space that Xerox, Tehran, and Quilla are in. The other one is the Archival Bastion itself, the upstairs space, that seems to be
Sorry.
No, you're fine. The light is like, hey, light, you're supposed to be off. So.
There.
The archival bastion. There's like this underspace that Tehran broke into that you guys are into and are in. That's the messy looking side. That's like you guys are seeing perhaps the reality of this place down there. Above that is the more geometrically organized space. That's the archival bastion itself. That is heavily. It's been determined that it's basically overlaid with a lot of illusion magic, and what seemed to be initially a chamber full of like big tomes chained to the wall on these like bookshelves. After the illusion was seen through, turns out that there's actually just a bunch of leap loops chained to the walls of this much more decrepit place. And now that's more visible, like the what was just an endless blue sky has been revealed also to be the well, when I set the scene of another bit of a description slog of the weird space that you guys see for those that have seen through the illusion or are downstairs. But like I said, this the upstairs space is actually 4 chambers that are basically overlaid on top of each other. And then you can traverse them through a series of mirrors in the exterior wall. The mirrors basically
Do you have numbers on?
they've been numbered now, so that helps. But the mirrors show you basically like which room, which version of this space you can see reflected in it, and they're all like based on the quadrants here. So this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're in 3, this one you can see up into like basically this whole space you can see as if it were, man, it's so hard to explain. As if it were the dimension 1 versus dimension 2, 3, or 4, all like slapped on top of each other. So the how this was kind of figured out was Beep Boop ran in here, and then Noose came in afterwards and could not see Beep Boop despite being in the same room and seeing like basically effects of Beep Boop's presence. Then Noose noticed Beep Boop in a mirror and not in the room that like when they looked over their shoulder, no Beep Boop, look in the mirror, you see Beep Boop. And so Noose figured out that the mirror is like magic and like is a doorway between like multiple versions of this very same space that are like overlaid on top of each other. I don't know if that made any sense.
So you don't know which version of the room you're in.
So I know I'm in 3.
Yeah, you and
because we can see
Noose
1,
are both
2,
in 3.
4 for me. And I did see something in here, but not in the same dimension as us, like in this mirror back here.
Yeah.
So there's something in here with us on one of the other levels.
There's bad things in there that are kind of able to attack without being seen by using these different dimensions or different like versions of this space.
Did everybody see that? Good. My arm's getting a little tired. Here's the non-illusory space.
I'm gonna need you to keep holding it up there the whole time. Otherwise, I won't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's go swole arms.
Yeah, that's what they call me. Orion's arms.
All right. So any other questions, business? I know we'll get into more of like how the mechanics are actually going to play out when we're in there and you guys are figuring out your turns and stuff and what you want to do. It'll make more sense, hopefully, with more exposure to what's going on. Like I said, jumped into a weird one. But yeah, so you guys are in this space. We've got the 2 of you up top, and I think you guys can both see each other now. You're both in like version 3 of this space. So like also like if you were in version like room like version 3 of this and you were in this like bottom right corner, you looked in here, you would just see the normal space, the same space that you would see just looking around, because those serve as the portal to
It would just be
room 3 from any other room. Yeah, any other version. Yeah.
Is it just an actual mirror there? Did they take the time or to make it a portal that looks into the same space, or did they just mirror there?
It's there's you're not sure. There's like it's definitely weird, dimensional space. There's definitely some sort of mirror object there. It's what's illusion and what's real. Who knows?
Cheap bastards! I bet they fudged it.
Yeah, saved on some labor costs.
Magic's expensive these days.
Yeah. Oh, material. Don't even started on materials.
Here's
They're in the middle of they are in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to get good material resources to where they're getting.
And I think somebody, I think Tehran made a roll, like an Arcana check or something to kind of get try and figure out like what's the deal, like where you guys are. I think you guys have determined that you are not on a like limited little like demi-plane or pocket dimension like the style that like Nazira can create with the spell demi-plane, but are somewhere in the grand like cosmos of existence and reality, but in a really scary one. So what you guys see, Tehran, Quilla, and Xerox. Well, yeah, we'll say first. I think Xerox, you are in training montage in your casket with the Dark Star Prince, still and doing like all sorts of weird stuff in your brain, fighting so many battles against versions of yourself that have gone horribly evil and stuff.
Good shit.
Montage.
Our prince is
Love it.
When big things into the lid of your casket.
meat locker for some reason. Hitting the frozen family. Eye of the tiger comes up.
Exactly.
It's Eye of the bear.
Like the bear. I think the Dark Star Prince says that says to you, like, as you're like the smoking ruin of like an evil version of yourself, like wielding the wand of Orcus lies before you. You've defeated another like evil possibility of your future in these like training thing. And the Dark Star Prince is standing next to you, still just like wreathed in inky shadow. Says, I think first all, you begin to sense something. Like you feel a pulling, a draw, like something like you want to just fall through the floor. Like gravity is like opening up a deep well underneath you that is wanting to pull you like somewhere through or beyond the environment that you perceive around you. And you feel this, and like the Dark Star Prince, like you can sense this inky void of space, like appraising you, and it says you can feel what beckons. It is the end of you. Your companion will soon come for you. They need your assistance. You are perhaps particularly capable of rendering aid in this space.
They have needed me on the still.
Take note and concern that what awaits you, while it does within its roiling darkness and unending nothing contain power over undeath, but it is not limited or confined to that power. There are limits of what you will be able to influence there, and dangers that will lurk. Parts of the environment itself that are not death, are not undeath, but nothing itself. An annihilation. And so long as you keep in your heart that burning truth and purpose that binds you to the world you've left behind, to the life that you've left behind, you will be able to resist the pull of that nothing.
I have faith in my friends. Where I am limited, they often are not.
There's a nod as you hear a, how does Quilla wake up Xerox?
I think she just runs right in and like she like pushes open the lid of your coffin and like she's just like well, this is a weird experience, and then just sort of gently like starts pushing your shoulders. I put like if your hand is like anywhere near your sword, I think I put just one hand on your hand and just gently being like, Xerox, I think we need your help. Are you able to come round?
Xerox will, her eyes gradually open. She kind of smiles. It's like, finally a friendly voice.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
After a couple days.
Yeah. It's been a couple days. She'll sit up, kind of Undertaker style. Coming fully awake, and she'll stand up, grab her equipment, and say, and look at Quilla and say, "Lead on. Where do we need to go?"
That moment, your question is answered by the creaking groan and then the crash of the doors of like you hear like ropes like beginning to snap and fray. You hear like you just heard the bolts or the big, oh fuck, what are they called? The big crossbow guns on the ship.
Ballista?
Ballistas.
The ballistas shoot off, and then like the straining of the ropes, and like you can feel Shippy's just like trying to pull and strain against something. Then you hear this crashing groan as the doors to the archival bastion are ripped open, at least for a moment or for now. And you guys rush up to the deck and see Tehran triumphant with this. You see these two like robotic. You see these two like warforged or soulforged guards that are just standing passively as this place is breached this way. They do not respond and with any aggression. Just like kind of passively watching the display. And Tehran is ready to lead you all inside.
They call themselves guards.
Uh,
Blow open the door.
yeah. Maybe they just trust the internal security systems. Maybe they're just cameras.
Basically.
But the interior of the space that I think Quilla and Tehran, you saw the doors open when the others went inside, and you see that instead of a brightly lit, pleasant courtyard with this fountain with the 5 like indiscernible, indistinguishable featured statues above that fountain, you see instead what looks initially just like a roiling ultraviolet blackness where like there is just like space, unending space, no stars or any other discernible characteristics except for this like swirling like threads and tendrils of like spiraling like ultraviolet like purple that you cannot you're like struggling to even perceive the colors, shape, and depth of what you're looking at. But like it's just this expanse, and you can sense that there is a greater darkness below and some kind of more illumination far above. But when you guys come into this space, your views above are kind of limited by like this towering structure and this climbing stairwell that runs through some rock maybe the surface in here is just like this hard to perceive like ultra black substance that like you can't like no light like reflects off of it, so you're always like struggling with depth perception when you're like moving through this space. But there's this like towering like spiral staircase that goes up that like Tehran's like already busting towards, and but you see like some amount of like more light in this impossibly like light devouring space far above. But you can glance down below and you see like a gathering of this infinite number of these just impossible to scale or identify like tendrils of light of just dark light as they are swirled down, almost woven together in this into like some like swirling braid and brought down and consumed by what looks just like an infinite nothing, and like a nothing that like you can sense a yawning void that you sense each of you, I think Xerox most of all, that this is an inevitable fate from which you cannot escape. Like there is something just interminable about this that like you feel like a wave of just inescapable dread that you will be fall into and be devoured by this void, this nothingness. Eventually, like there's like time doesn't matter in that, like there's this way of just like no matter what I do, like this is waiting for me underneath my every footstep. And Xerox, I think you feel that the call, a strange and almost comforting aspect for you in this. It feels like this is basically like it begins to make sense, I think, to you that the pact, the deal that you have made, the mantle that you have taken that burned away any connection that the god could that like is in the material world, like can act in the material world, like any sway that they have, to you, any hold over your future, because your future is already committed to this void. There will be no heaven for you, there will be no afterlife. This is where you will end up when you are, this is annihilation at its heart. This is nothingness. And you feel like this almost fall of the void to almost just jump into this off the ledge. Why don't you give me a wisdom saving throw? You can do this with advantage with your aid from the Dark Star Prince and warning.
Natural 20.
Nice. Welcome back. Hell yeah. What fills your heart as you step away from that ledge?
A sense of purpose. She kind of feels like the draw is there, but there's purpose keeping her being with her companions. The sense of purpose that she gains from that really is dictating her will at this point. Like she wants, it's just like there's something that needs to be accomplished. That is an inevitable destination, but it's not where we're going right now.
The two of you, Quilla and Xerox, can make any sort of like investigation or check as you guys start beating feet trying to catch up to Tehran and run up those stairs. As you guys hear and like you guys, I think of with like this is kind of like the only way to go. Like you think like I think Tehran has a pretty strong suspicion that like your friends that have already gone in here are up. So that's where he's headed. But yeah, you guys can take a moment to like take in your surroundings and try and like you can make an arcana or a religion check or like any other sort of like check you think would be appropriate to glean anything you want from your environment here, figure out what the fuck is this place about, etc.
Yeah, I think Quilla is going to be wondering if this is even like if it's even the same place because it looks so different from what we saw looking through. And she's trying to just get a sense of like, I think she's familiar with magical dimensions enough that she's, just wants to make sure we can connect it somehow.
Yeah.
Via Arcana check. 17.
17. You really struggle to place what you're seeing in like the panoply of planes and like the realms that you understand to exist.
Mm-hmm.
They're Yeah, I think like this is a pretty wild place that not many people have ever been to, certainly, and come back to tell the tale. So I think that you can pretty well like cross out any of the like elemental planes for sure. This is either like some like heavenly plane or something beyond.
Okay.
And heavenly, just like in that like hellish, would also be under the like umbrella of heavenly. Just that the
Right.
far edges of
Those,
the planes. Yeah.
yeah, those outer layers.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, Cola looks at her friends and is just like, "Do you think we go through?" She's also curious if like there's gravity in here.
Mm.
Like, if we, yeah, if there's like a
Yeah.
sense of up and down and stuff. I think she'll pick up something small, like maybe just a little. She'll probably pull out a little business card and throw it in and see.
Yeah, you throw it in, and like there's definitely a like shift. Like there's the gravity is like different, or it's like oriented weird, or like it's misaligned or something. And there's like a fluttering that's almost, just like the car just like being interacting with the air, just fluttering and flying through as you just like flip it in there, and it like when it hits that space, there is no air for it to flutter around in. It falls pretty, just like changes to like falling pretty quickly, and just like its movement seems deadened and lessened, like as if even like the life or potential of this like little act is also being
Yeah.
sapped away by that space.
Yeah, that's kind of ominous, but guess we'll see.
Oh yeah, this thing is real cool. I fired a cone of light into it and it swallowed it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I will say Tehran jumps in. Tehran, I think you also did that like aura of light on yourself.
I cast Aura of Purity on myself before I hopped in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, aura purity, and you are
And
feeling it that like that aura being devoured by the space, like
I got
the
6
magic
rounds
of
with
that
it.
aura. Yeah.
Because it's eating
Magic of that aura
it's eating at the
being-
round 30-foot radius. Stick close to me. If things start to get weird, maybe I can help out.
Mhm.
can we walk out in here, or is it like we start to fall?
No, there's definitely like the doorway that you've broken into opens onto like a what initially looked like nothing, but
Mhm.
turned out to be just like this like ultra black like
Just a,
floor.
yeah.
It's a material that like uh Tehran steps out and his feet hit solid something. Like there's no sound of footsteps, but like steps on something solid that provides surface, and starts heading in, successfully moving through the space towards the stairway. And Xerox was like standing at the edge of that, not at the edge of the door, but like had gone in, I think, and like stood at the edge of this like ground, that little rocky spot with the spiral that you guys are. The spiral in the center of that center island thing is the staircase that you guys are going up right now. As we get into the scene more.
Cool. Yeah. Sweet. I'll just go with my friends.
Does
Oh
Xerox
yeah.
feel since hearing the Dark Star Prince's words about this kind of bordering the annihilation being similar to the edges of undeath, does she feel any of that energy in here?
There's a great deal of it. Like and it has a similar feeling as like you went to briefly the Shadowfell and met the five divines. And like while you were in the Shadowfell, you felt like, yeah, this place is like full of like undeath and like necrotic like energy and stuff. Just like the Feywild is full of like life energy sort of stuff. This place feels like those energies are very potent and very imminent, like they are in the air, but not quite in the same way, because you can sense that those energies also meet the same fate, like they feed the annihilation, they are undone as well.
Okay.
um, but they are very potent and very significant here.
Okay.
You think that, well, you can give me, yeah, I think any of you, all three of you can give me an Arcana check. Xerox, Quilla, and Tehran.
Oh, natural one.
Well,
Here.
Well,
Natural 20.
whoa. Hell yeah. Tehran, you definitely feel like the type of like just, positive healing, just positive like magic aligned with like the good side of like positive negative like divide, like healing and whatnot, like holy magic feels like it is dampened and being consumed by this space. And you definitely have like identified that, like with your aura being just devoured. But I think
Yeah.
the thing Quilla gets is like Quilla, you have like healing magic in these things as well, and you have like some necrotic magic and like stuff like that. You feel like the undeath, the necrotic side, the negative energy types of magic could potentially be empowered in this space.
Mm. Neat. And scary. Cool. Yeah, I'll kind of share with friends too. Just like dark energy seems powerful here, and I'll like sort of flicker my necrotic version of my Eldritch Blast a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Okay.
sort of like almost like I'm like toying with it, like you know, like holding a lacrosse ball in my hand or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel it just like thrumming with increased energy and potential. You definitely, yeah, that sort of magic is going to be more powerful here. But, you know, undead things often have like resistance to like necrotic stuff. So it's like, well, great. Now I can wield powers of undeath against undead things. Hooray. So like you think that anything that lives in this place probably would be pretty used to or capable of surviving those sorts of energies, even as they're more powerful here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think, yeah, we'll say that you guys are on the stairs running up. We've got everybody start keeping track of your minutes of air.
Hey,
So
did you say?
Done.
your total minutes is your Constitution modifier plus one.
Plus one.
Yeah, yeah.
This one. All right.
I think I rolled for mine before I jumped, like when I got in. So, and I wasn't prepared. So I
Mm,
have 3 minutes.
yeah, yep. That's what I have here.
Okay.
2 minutes of air. I think Noose took in full air, but has 2.5 minutes remaining. I think is what my notes seeing here.
I think I started with 3 or 4.
Yeah. You have a +3, I think, right?
Think so.
So yeah, you have a good amount of air going in.
I
And
went in with
Beep Boop is 4.5 minutes into his time here in the archival bastion, but doesn't need to breathe.
Lucky beep boop.
But is
Yay.
feeling real tired right about now.
Yeah.
an exhaustion, right?
I am?
Yeah, I think
I
you
got-
have what, 3 levels of exhaustion? 3?
Oh gosh.
I'm pretty sure I got one. Didn't I?
Yeah.
How did that happen? I
Also,
forget.
What's that?
How did that happen? I forgot.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
You're
3
putzing on
levels
that
of
book.
exhaustion.
that happened when your memory was stolen. If you forgot that your
I
memory was
forgot.
stolen.
My memory was stolen. Which one? It's so confusing.
You'll never know. That's another thing with the attacks by the unseen enemies, or mostly unseen enemies. They steal memories and they leave you fatigued by the process. You guys, I think, are all connected through Rory's telepathic bond, and when you were separated from that when you were on different planes, but now that you are all in the same plane, you can consider yourselves connected to it. And just for ease of being able to communicate in a no air space, we can say Xerox is on it too. Since Sarah's not here, we'll just use one of her spell slots to cast it again or something on everybody. So yeah, you guys can all consider yourselves on Rory's and able to communicate now. So, yeah, you guys are, the two of you are upstairs. Noose or Juice, you've identified. I think you saw one of these guys, but then lost
Definitely.
sight of them.
Last known location.
Last known location of one of the monstrous enemies was there. And I think I had another one on the board, but it's not seen right now.
And I saw it through the window or the mirror in 4.
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah. Archivist 2 is in plane 4 or reflection 4.
Level 4.
Zone 4. Level 4.
Area 4.
Area 4. God damn it. Why did I make this so complicated?
I
The
think-
score is 4.
I think considering Tehran was in such a hurry to make sure his friends were all right, as soon as he got in, or to some level when he starts running up the stairs, probably friends in tow. I'm looking for Juice's kind of mental, whatever pickup.
Presence?
I'm presence. Yeah, I'm like, where is he? Is he in
Mhm.
here? Without yelling, of course. Tehran is confused about talking and speaking in his own mind and trying to reach out to people. So he's just kind of like scanning the airwaves, trying to find Juice. And at some point,
Yeah.
he just hears a muffled Juice, like I'm trying to speak with my mouth closed through the airwaves.
Yes, muddled. Yeah.
Practicing mental ventriloquism.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Yeah. So I'm reaching out looking for Juice, thinking our friend Beep Boop is probably in dire straits, or someone might be, but Juice is the most what's the word? Recognizable mentally.
Yeah. So I think the last, we'll set the scene here. The last thing I'll say before we turn you loose into, we're going to be in kind of a loose initiative while in here for now. One of the last things I think we'll set up is you reach out, you get connected to Noose over the Rory's, and Noose, that's right when I think Noose, you see this creature. You spot it as it like darts, when it darts out of the way, when like through the mirror you see it in zone 4, through in this corner of the chamber, and you like I think like begin telling everybody what you see, and that was a really horrifying creature that had like from like the collarbone where a collarbone would be, like it has this huge cloak and it's like big and its arms are long. You can see like long clawed hands that are very large. And from where the collar would be, is it like you saw it pretty well. It does not have a face, but has just like a sinking, just dark, infinite void here that's just like this swirling, just like maelstrom of consuming nothing.
Right where Beep Boop's memories went.
Probably you see this, you begin describing it to everybody,
I'll drag him
and the
in.
moment that it leaves your sight, you have forgotten that you ever saw it. So everybody else is on Rory's hearing Noose or hearing Juice describe some monster that's in this chamber with you, like through the mirror, and then like
But
just
it's okay
stops
now?
talking about it, makes no mention, like
And
leaving you
it's
guys on
never
a
existed.
leaving you guys on a cliffhanger. It seems just like like you can set it up right however you want. But, like you say something where like then they're just left to be like, and what?
And
Juice, you stopped. What was that?
what was what?
Jerry, do you know what he's listening to or what he's seeing? Is Jerry forgotten
That was
as well?
my first question.
That's such a fun question. Jerry, I think also, well, I'll make a roll for it. I'll see if Jerry makes an amazing save here. Only because he is perhaps distantly connected to these things. Jerry, no, you get like that question comes over, you get the sensation from Jerry that like, no, like we're just here, like we found Beep Boop, like we found your friend, like like we need to be safe, or we need to get air. Like Jerry's just worried about surviving, but doesn't have
Okay.
any memory of this.
Stay
Very
safe.
technical.
We're rushing up some stairs. I can't tell where we are, but we're also running out of air. I'm trying to find you guys. Find a stairwell if you can.
We
And
did
stay
see someone
safe.
go down the stairwell, I think. It was one of these, one of the leap loops that were in here.
Well, right now we're in a pit of despair, so if you see anything like that, that's where we are.
All right.
The pit of despair.
It's I don't know else what to call it. I don't
Yeah.
know what this is. Sucks.
Oh.
Do we get a sense when we
Okay.
lose our memories that we lost our memories? Like,
Nope.
nope, great.
There's probably like you that's with the failed save. So like you get no like there's just like that like you just lost a train of thought, not even realizing you lost it.
Okay, cool. Immediately, Beep Boop, knowing that he's gonna have to give up something to get out of here, starts rattling off as much as he's have seen over Rory's now that it's reconnected. So like he starts talking about the group of people in the Cragspire Mountains that are trying to put everything back together, and everything that he's gotten from this book and these conversations, he's telling everybody.
Yeah. Beep begins just listing off all this information about the Cragspire Mountains and the Dowie that live underneath it, and how the Cragspire Mountains were raised to like become this like to restore the crystal sphere around the solar system. And that is the vehicle, the tool that was created in ancient times to do so. Yeah.
Oddly enough, sounding a lot like Leap Loop in this moment, cutting everybody else off, and they start to talk, just like, no, fuck it, I gotta get all this out.
And furthermore,
You can go a bit faster than leap loop, I hope.
Not
Make
right
it sound
now,
like
I
a
can't,
Morgan
actually.
Freeman.
I'm so tired.
Oh, that's true. Oh, it's
And
like drunk
then-
telling the story, even worse. All right, I'm rushing up these stairs still.
Yeah, I think we should head towards the stairs. I want to glance
What
at the
stairs are you going?
So we saw leap loop, a leap loop move. I think it was somewhere in this area. It went through a door, and I think there were stairs. Or maybe they just went through a door, and I made up the stairs in
I
my
think you
head.
might have made up the stair.
That could be it.
These little like recesses in these spots are like recessed little like social what are they called?
Conversation pits.
Conversation pits, but for reading books.
In the 70s.
And I like Beep Boop has seen through the illusion. You have or have not
I
seen through?
haven't.
Yeah, you figured out the mirrors, but you haven't seen through the illusion of the space. Although I think Beep Boop, you're more than welcome to communicate that as well, through Rory's in your information dump.
I forgot that I saw through the illusion. Can you remind me what it looks like in here now that I've seen through it? My notes are like, they're there, but they're a little shitty, so.
Yeah. You see that this place, the Archival Bastion, is not a bunch of books chained to bookshelves, but rather are a bunch of leap loops chained to the wall, variously like integrated as if like kind of cyborg thing going on, where they're like something is happening where like their knowledge or experience or something is being like extracted from them into this place. And it's just like running into the walls. The whole place is much darker. It has the same like visuals in the horizon that they saw below. Just the twisting, like you're in the somewhere in the middle of this like twisting vortex of annihilation, suspended over that. Here though, you can see up and far, like it almost looks like a bright star in the distance when you first look at it, but it is larger than that, and there's just a blurry, like silvery, like elongated, like spear with this like swirling, spiraling disc around it, and you can see that it is not lit. It has like illumination itself in whatever impossible distance this is, but it is lit from behind. It is eclipsing something. Beyond all reckoning of distance and space and time, there is some great light behind whatever is between you and it, this place and this light thing. I guess that'll do.
It's Zikaso.
It's Zikaso.
It's always Ikaso.
This is
Can
why I was
try and
confused.
read
I wrote
and look at the statue?
Yes. What was that, Joel?
I was confused. I wrote that down that there was just a bunch of leap loops everywhere, but it made 0 sense in my head. I was like, the space is confusing.
It sure is. But yeah, this place is full of just like, hundreds or thousands of leaf loops, all having done their mission and returned here, and they don't get seemingly probably don't get reprogrammed and sent back out, but instead just end up here as library books being drained.
We'll be devastated.
So yeah, you can give your check, and yeah, Beep Boop, I'm sure do you describe the illusionary nature of the space to your
Yes,
comrades? Okay.
I let him know.
Anybody can make the investigate. Anybody who's still under, I think that's just you because the others came from below where the illusion's not
Yeah, I
yet
don't think
set.
anyone is. I think they saw it through the door.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't.
So you guys can make the investigation checks against you with advantage whenever you need to. So
Can I look at the statue when I do it so that I can see what changes?
absolutely you can.
Because I think I remember the statue was changing.
It was. It has had like five people with indistinguishable features as if like the faces had been defaced, like as if like the finer features of the hands and skin had been like ground down and weathered. But you've also seen that two of them have had features being restored since you arrived.
Do I get anything about those features?
In what way?
Want to know? I think they might be the five divines, and I just want to know.
Oh, that is something that you guys have like did a check, a pretty solid one, I remember, and are pretty confident. Like there is no religious iconography associated with
Okay.
five divines here. These, yeah, they've the most you can glean is like these are the archivists that the Leap Loops have described, and that it's said that they erased themselves from history, and like they first said they've erased themselves from history and have never like they don't exist, and then later they said that actually two of them are around. The stories changed as these faces and forms began to rematerialize on those statues.
Okay, I'll see through the illusion.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Wait.
Investigation.
What?
21. I think that's enough to get. I think it was a 21 or a 22 that I said. So if you give me this, I'll say it's a 21. Because it's been 3 weeks and I don't remember what all of the notes I made for this place are. So we'll say that's a success. You see the illusion of the space fade, and you now can see like through it. You can still make out what the illusion is wanting you to see. And this is very advanced illusion magic, where it's like it was definitely able to make your brain believe it was sensing things even when they weren't there. But you see like the books replaced with these like writhing leap loops all chained to the wall. You see as you look at the fountain and statue above it in the center of the little plaza. The fountain, there is no water. It is instead a stairwell that go where the water would be. The stairwell goes down. A spiral staircase goes down in the center of that space, and there is still like a statue above it. Like the statue seems to be real, and you see that there are the statue is real. The faces returning to them is also real, but there are still three of them that are
Yeah.
utterly defaced. Yeah.
And they're not even starting to affect.
And I think as the one last thing, as Juice described the monstrosity that he saw before he forgot he was describing a monstrosity that he saw. I would say that Tehran, no role necessary, this is something that you specifically remember.
Ooh. But I don't.
You remember in a recent one shot, a recent mission that's already like hazy in your like fucked up memory. You went down and like
Too
into
deep.
that weird like pit, that coral like
Oh shit.
Alice pit, and
Yeah.
the guardian of that space that was keeping knowledge secret and away from the world was a creature that's very much matches the description that Juice was very briefly able to provide. And this is like you have this memory because of your special relationship with time and experience and things. Like you feel like you were remembering something that happened in a different life or like to someone else or in the future. Like it's this weird deja vu thing where you're like you feel this like this knowledge, this awareness that like yeah, that is a thing, a shadow of a memory that I have from that place. uh and you immediately recognize, yeah, he saw it, knew, like could identify it, and as soon as it was gone he could no longer remember. Like you know exactly, like that's like that shit's happened before to you and your squad on that mission.
I think his description, I think realistically him going blank probably frightened me more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And realizing like, no, this could only be one thing. This could only, like, once I've confirmed it in my mind what it is, there isn't fear, but there is a pause for concern.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear it in my voice as I explain it to everybody else who's connected. There's other things here that we need to worry about that you haven't seen that I have, and I don't think we want to stick around very long. And I'm, if I wasn't already double timing it, I am now hustling up these stairs.
Yeah. All right. So News did a thing upstairs. Beep Boop, is there a thing you want to do while you're upstairs?
Yes. There's always
What do
something
you
I
want
want
to
to
do?
do. Okay, first things first. Am I still holding on to the leap loop that I was holding on to when I thought it was a book?
I think you broke that connection,
Okay.
or yeah, I think you pushed it and
Yeah, it
took
sucked.
some more fatigue and lost some memories, but gained some memory, earned some
Great.
knowledge.
In my experience, I have so many questions, but this is just one of them. In my experience with like fixing the previous leap loop and trying to get him working again, would I have a sense of like where his memory is stored?
Mm. Yeah,
Like,
you think that like if there is such a like if there is a very specific spot, it's most likely in the like whole like center heart thing, the whole like soul forged main
yeah, yeah,
like bellstone and cold iron element.
great. Um, and I'm assuming that the ones on the walls have similar kinds of constructs.
Yeah.
Great. I rip 10 squared out from my extra planar dimension pocket, hand him the tool, and say, bring me as many cores as you can, and set him free to go about his business, and then turn around and try to mollywomp the thing that's behind me. Uh,
Um,
that
Juice.
no, the leap loop that was like Lukash.
I'm pretty sure you already killed that one. Like you guys
Oh,
definitely just one shot one of them last session.
Yeah,
I'm
we did.
pretty sure that was the one. Yeah, you like
Lukash
cut
is
it in
dead.
half.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna make and try to grab a few more cores myself, trying to head towards the stairs.
Okay. Uh, you think that it will be very difficult to quickly remove any leap loop cores. They're an integral part of the machine. It's not modular in that way to be removed. Very likely, if it were, the archival bastion would just have those and not the entire like leaf
Ugh.
writhing, like being all gross on the walls. You think like you could probably do it, but in the it would probably be a pretty like violent, like possibly damaging to the thing itself process, and would require like either the tool that the special multi tool or some like magic would probably need to be wielded to do so.
Ah, fuck. I want all of it. Let me think about how I'm going to get it out. I'm going to think about how I want it out, and I'm going to go real slow about it because I'm slowly walking and pacing. Juice, how the fuck do I get these things out of here?
You don't know, Juice.
Juice doesn't know. I don't even know how to breathe in here. We need to get the fuck out.
Like, how many of your memories are gone? Is all your memory gone?
Some of my memory is gone.
Okay.
His memory, we don't know what he's lost.
I got nothing.
What? Get out of it.
Get out of here. Wait, how? Where am I going? I'll walk towards the stairs.
There's a staircase in the middle of the fountain.
I'll walk towards the stairs.
Slowly.
Slowly.
You don't see stairs still. You can do a little investigation to see through the. Oh, you see. Yeah, I can see through the illusion.
I see everything.
Yes. So yeah, you see that the water is definitely an illusion, and you see where the water is actually a winding staircase that's heading down.
Yeah. Fuck, wait. He told me that there was a monster. I'm gonna retell Noose about the monster in great detail.
There's a monster where?
What does it look like?
You've been seeing it.
I'm gonna tell him what it looks like, but
I haven't seen any monsters.
holy fuck, shit! I'm gonna cast. No, is that gonna work? Never mind. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast see invisibility on myself.
Nice. It does not reveal anything that you have not seen.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
You can see into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, this is not an ethereal plane issue.
We tried.
When I lost vision of it, did it just move out of my vision, or did it just like disappear? Although I don't remember seeing it at all, so forget that question. Shit, I hate this monster.
These monsters.
Just this one. I just hate this one for now.
Juice, do you think we could destroy the mirror?
I mean, didn't I? I think I.
It's like went through it.
Yeah,
like
I stabbed a dagger into it last time. That's how I destroy things. I don't ever know of any other way.
Oh. Well, let's head to the friggin' well then, bro.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel.
It always is.
Oh yeah, you have the swivel. You have the swivel head mod.
Yep, it's a good one.
There's a monster here somewhere, but I've never seen it.
I'm gonna start walking away very slowly at half speed.
Away to where? To where?
Try to find that well, stairwell.
Yeah, you can definitely head to the well, to the stairwell, the illusory fountain.
Yep.
You can like put your hand through the water, and you can feel the water even and simultaneously feel like nothing. There's a weird like overlay of perception as your mind still like recognize, yep, this illusion's here, but you can see through it as well. You hear, I think, at that moment, oh well, no, there's still no sound. So not a lot of echoing from footsteps charging up the stairwell. So yeah, you don't hear much of anything coming up the stairwell. We'll say that's another 15 seconds. We'll do like I think 15-second increments while we're in soft time.
Sure.
So What are we trying to get at here?
So
It's a great question.
I mean, I don't know why we're here in the first place.
Archival Bastion, we met a Beep Boop type character named Leap Loop, who basically his whole function was to gather information and then take it back to the Archival Bastion.
Because
And
he was
then-
such a shit show, we decided to go along to find out what was up with him. And then we
thought
found
it sounded
these,
like a cool place to find out.
and then
and so-
yeah, we just kind of stepped in shit. Now we're trying to get our friends out because there's no air, and it's sketch as fuck. And
Wait, we came here.
Along this information, and they're not gonna share
Yeah.
it with anyone. They don't want any information to leave this area either.
And of course, we let
That's why they're
Bleep Bloop bleed.
sucking our memories out as we go.
So
Is-
We've been
We're
lacking a
trying
lot
to
of really strong
figure it
leadership,
out.
if I'm
Yeah,
honest.
I want. Beep Boop went in. I went in after Beep Boop because Beep Boop goes in.
Yeah.
as is typical.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And then
Is-
I was like, "This place sucks. I can't breathe here. We should find a way out."
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, because when they went in, the door shut behind them and left no sign of a door.
They put off Ferraris too.
Yeah.
That was a big reason.
And
Like, he
the
went in and we couldn't talk to him anymore, so we didn't know anything that was going on.
and the leap loops were, explained that the leap loop guards outside explained that they wouldn't stop anybody from entering, but the archival bastion protects itself from thieves, those who would steal its treasures and such. And then when you're inside, it turns out that they include among like treasures, knowledge of every bit of knowledge that you gain while you were in the archival bastion. So even like knowledge of like what it looks like in the illusory version or the real version, like they will they've told you that they'll let you go, but you need to submit yourselves to having all that memory extracted from your minds, and then they'll allow you to leave.
And we're sure they just mean memories of this place, not anything else.
No.
The party's very suspicious of this deal so far.
I'm
It's been,
pretty
yeah,
sure-
from Jump Street. Not great.
Pretty sure if they're hoarding knowledge like that, they're gonna want every.
They're in our brains. Why not just scoop the whole thing out?
While you're in there.
Is does there appear to be like a Dewey Decibel System like organizational strategy of the leap loops that are attached to the wall?
They have titles on their spine.
Yeah, those are like this year to this year.
There is not. There is no clear like way in this like decrepit, horrible space. There's no clear like organizing feature that you can discern from looking around immediately. You can try and like perhaps like Sherlock Holmes like analyze the leap loops themselves for like what information or like this particular kind of dust is lingering on their bottoms of their robes, like
Dust.
I know
Release
that-
versions.
Yeah.
Like
If you-
different
if you wanna
versions of
do a really difficult,
PlayStation.
like, yeah. If you want to do like a really difficult investigation or like history check that allow you to like try and glean something, some way of like picking out specific information or leap loops that are likely to hold the information you want, but it's going to be a toughie.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to toss juice down into the stairwell and then run back and try to grab another leap loop.
But no,
3 levels of exhaustion, dude.
no. Can you stop grabbing stuff? Can we just go?
You don't get to do another thing, I think, at this
Damn
point.
it.
I'll
All
let
right.
you do-
That's my
yeah, you can
plan.
do one
That's
more
my
thing.
planned action.
No.
You didn't need to do the investigation, so I don't think you've actually taken like technically an action yet. So I'd let you either, give Noose a boost or do some mining of data on the leap loops.
No,
I
I look to Juice and I say, "Look, there's the stairs," and I run back to find myself some data.
Your
Data
3
mining.
exhaustion levels. No, no one's coming back for you if you do this. Cut it out. Let's
All
go. We're running
I'm
out
a
of here.
robot.
Do you want to focus on using your time here to just like make the best to do a check to make that'll be most advantageous for actually getting a core out, or do you want to spend some time trying to identify a leaf loop that you think is going to have the information you want?
I want to find one that has the information I want. So I know that the one that I was just touching had something to do with like when the Cragshire Mountains came back, and I'm trying to like place that in my mind on timeline scale and choose a direction and go that way and see if I'm further forward into the future or further back into the past.
The one that looks a little newer than the one you touched.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're just like taking that as like a reference point, just like picking a random direction, I don't know that requires a particular role, because that seems like a pretty like, just thing you're just deciding to do versus like more information would be hidden behind a successful role. So I'll give you the full benefit of like spending a good amount of your turn here on the extraction process.
Okay.
How are you going about the extraction?
The last time I did the extraction, I just needed to make sure this is the right one, so I just touched it. Like I just grabbed a book and it started flashing memories in my head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
You're doing a check first to see what information it has before you try
Yeah.
and pull it. Okay.
I'm
so
not
in that
guessing.
Case, the rest of your turn will be spent on the wisdom saving throw and discerning what information is being overwhelmingly thrust into your mind. You reach out, touch one of these leaf loops that's like just completely passive. And as soon as you touch it, like the memories it holds like activate, and it begins to just like writhe as like you can tell, like it's just like the whole archival bastion's also like aware that the book's been activated, or the leaf loop has been activated. And it's like it's also aware of the information you're gathering from this thing. You think like that this activation like kind of goes both ways. You reach out, you touch this thing. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, because you are so tired.
Understanding levels of exhaustion when he touched these things.
Yeah,
He might be about to be more tired.
Well, I mean, only if you count a natural one a bad thing.
The wisdom saving throw is mostly for you to be able to like glean what you can from this overwhelming cascade of information. And the leaf loop is just like, yep, here's like my 400 years of existence uploaded to your brain instantaneously. Oops, there's a problem with that upload. Oh well. The Constitution save that I'm now going to request from you is to see if this adds any wear and tear to the old body as you see if you'll take another fatigue level here or exhaustion level.
He's a
Excellent.
Man,
True.
that's probably easier for him to get information than a regular squishy brain.
Probably, yeah. What'd you get?
I got a very good number. It's well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a 19. Wait, no, I don't think I can use my flash of genius feat on this. Maybe I can. I don't remember if it counts on saving throws. Hold on. Ah, it counts on saving throws. It's a 19.
A 19. So that's enough to not take an extra exhaustion level from this. But this is not the only source of exhaustion that you've been observing.
True.
So we'll see as you're around here and still remaining in this upper area, what's going to occur. As before we go down, we'll go to the stairs crew here in a second. But first,
A word from our
you
sponsor.
two can both. Well, I think News can make a perception check. I think Beep Boop is kind of with that failed wisdom save. I think that you don't get to make a perception check here because you are so preoccupied with this like flood of information. But you can make a perception check as the archivists are going to strike again.
I think that's a 24.
A 24.
25.
25.
With disadvantage.
Wow.
Rolled a 12 and a 17.
I think with that, you see both of them. Like you're in this like center spot, and there are like
I
these
see
big
all
like
of
cutout
those.
like window spaces through here, so you can see like really throughout the whole space and like in the mirrors. You see this one like reappear, like you see it like run has gotten like it's like crowd like just peeking out around this corner in zone 4.
You're creepy.
And it like you see it like from God, where's a 4? Like you see like you look in this mirror and see it like behind you creeping down over here, and it's like looking at I'll say this one's looking at Beep Boop, and you see the other one as well, which is not it was in realm 1, room 1. This one's in realm 4, room 4.
I see it
You
in that
guys,
mirror.
realm 3, room 3. You're in realm 3, courtyard.
Yeah.
There we go. We have a scheme to identify where things are.
I see this one in realm 4 in the realm 4 mirror there.
Mhm.
I see this one in 1 in the realm 1.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You see them both as they both like do not lock their eyes on you, as they have no eyes, just a horrendous yawning void. You immediately, once you see them, remember that you saw them before, and they're describing them to your companions before you forgot them. Like that memory is now just like restored to you, and they are both going to make their mind draining attacks against you.
I start screaming out of their eyes again. I see a monster. Definitely for real this time. I know what you were talking about. Oh, nothing.
Anyway, nothing. Yeah, so the two of you can both give me, I believe these are wisdom saves, and these are tough to beat.
Can't remember. Exhaustion gives you disadvantage.
I know, it's such a big boy.
That's a good one.
Just ability.
Yeah.
3.
Ability check, Steve have 3 gets down to attack rolls and saving throws.
I'm only at 1. So
And 3 is a failure.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm gonna make it. 26.
26 barely makes it. Like you're not far over the
That was a
DC.
19. on the
Yeah,
roll.
it's nasty. This is also just the like layer effect that is dependent on the archivist like seeing you, but is effectively like a layer thing that they're going on, and they're like they're using their not quite full combat situation here. So they're happy to just drain you guys of energy and memory. Noose, you feel this like assault on your mind, and you feel like your mind like swimming as you can't help but think about so many parts or pieces of your own past, so many things that you've experienced, things you've forgotten that you even remember, just like so quickly running through your mind, like just like a you know seeing your whole life play out before you in the near death moment. And because that incredible save, you're able to like be aware of this like information being drawn out, and you can also tell that it is searching for something within your memories. It lingers as you like fight off this process. It lingers on the translation that you guys received from the strange statue thing in Pandemonium. I don't know if I think Xerox was probably the only character that was actually there for it. But you guys said like the big help game. This is in the big help game general knowledge, accumulated knowledge, and understanding of what's going on. And it lingers on that before you just push that assault away.
Thinking Jerry probably has lots of memories of being in a jar.
Well, so many. Yeah.
Is there any way he might be able to take some of these bullets for me, like next time?
Yeah.
Like dive in front of that and have them absorb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In a jar.
Yeah. 100%. I'd say that like you think that Jerry would probably has like a shallower reserve to like withstand such a direct attack, being just like a leech on you.
Yeah.
But you definitely throw him in front of the bullet to take one with potentially some downside if he failed.
Yeah. Jerry, you're gonna have to take that boulder.
Excellent.
Because you'd have plenty of memories of being with me now too.
Yeah, a couple days.
A couple days now.
A day and a half of memories. Most beautiful, most wonderful days of my life.
Anything's better than being in a jar.
In a jar for how many hundreds of years? Pesha, you're so bad at getting a blanket on. Beep boop.
I have that problem sometimes.
You feel you are overrun by this mental assault. You feel more memories. You feel like empty space in your thoughts where they like you feel like there's just something that you just lost access to, like something you can't even remember trying to remember. And in addition to having lost the where's my notes on that? Is that the fuck I was on that page? In addition to have lost the yeah, here we go, the dwarven saying, all of it, the dwarven saying, that warning that was told to you, you've lost all of that, and you have now additionally, I think I'm going to roll for this.
Mark's gonna need these pages out of your notebook.
Yeah, I'm going to take those from you, burn them.
But there's so many pages.
There's so many notebooks.
I think Beepoop, you lose memory of let's see, what would they be after that Beepoop knows? You lose memory of having met Leap Loop at all. Leap Loop is now an absolute stranger to you in this space, just another Leap Loop that's like in this environment. You think it's just another one of these that you've come across that already existed in the Archival Bastion. You somehow like still know about the Archival Bastion, like you have a memory of coming here with your companions, but you that piece, Leap Loop, is just gone.
Oh, it's so blissful. I'm so happy. A wave of like, if Beep Boop could smile, he's smiling right now. He just feels better for some reason.
Even as you take another exhaustion level, you feel,
and yet
you
so
feel better.
tired.
First exhaustion level.
It's the good kind of tired. It's like you're looking forward to bed kind of tired.
Yeah.
I'm about to take a nap. I'm so cuddled up.
My friend.
He's sleeping right now.
Nope.
Just
I don't know who the fuck you are.
just
Get away from me.
Just terror as you hear the voice.
Ah!
Just strikes a coil deep in your subconscious.
I'm loud.
Where are you?
Oh shit. 4 is no joke. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I think you're at what? That's hit point maximum halved.
Is that what exhaustion does?
Sheer
Yup.
exhaustion. 2 more and he's dead.
Oh shit.
Well, next one he can't move.
Next one he's immobilized.
That's what speed reduced to 0. Don't bury the lead here.
I need to use the restroom, so you guys good for like a 5-10 minute break?
Yeah.
And we'll get to the next soft round of what's going on here.
Works.
Cool.
So is there already no air where we're at?
Yeah.
This is gonna be fine.
Yeah, until one of us has to drag you out of there.
But you're here today, so you can bring me back to life.
We brought you back for the heavy lifting.
That's right.
Dragging his corpse out of here.
Yeah, that's why. This is my only role.
Wake me up! Wake me up inside!
He's the guy who can hold his breath for a really long time and lift heavy things.
anaerobic.
Save me from the nothingness I've become, Jim. Save me. Save me, Xerox.
Yeah. I mean, I may be able to revive you, but you may not remember anything.
That's what 10 squared is for. He's there to
Okay.
bring me back my memories. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm so happy you're here, though.
Oh, me too.
So nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man.
Alright, I'll be back.
On out. We had initiative last time, so I'll have the new folks add theirs to it. So fill up in Xerox if you wouldn't mind. Pickle, just keep on pickling.
22.
22. Ooh, you tied beep boop. Who's got a better dex out of you two?
Me?
Probably.
Beep boop.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I got 16.
Oh, you're already on the initiative. Oh, your dex.
16.
You're already on the initiative. I just need
Okay.
Quilla and
Oh,
Xerox.
the face off. Sure.
Yeah, we had the initiative last time.
Yeah, my dex is +2.
If you're talking, we can't hear you fairly. Your border's going green.
Thing lighting up, but we can't hear what you're saying.
Now we can see you.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
Yeah,
What?
join, rejoin.
How about now?
I can hear you a
Barely.
little.
Maybe.
There you
Better.
go.
That's better.
Okay.
Can you make it more better?
Just like real life.
Exactly.
You
Did you
get your initiative?
Big money 6.
6?
Yeah.
Woo.
I know.
Not great.
Nope.
All right. So we'll start the next round. We're now in initiative. There's the thing that the archivists are doing is happening on a layer action for now. And other than that, it's mostly just going to be you guys, unless the circumstances change and the archivist's behavior changes, which may or may not happen. So we're going to be just, despite the fact that we just resolved beep boop, you're up. Up at the top with the 22, you're on deck, and then we'll have some layer action, just for understanding the mechanics and the danger that beep boop is in.
How much do I remember from what got dumped into my head just a second ago?
Yeah, with your really poor save, you don't remember a lot of it. Like, it was really difficult to even keep your sanity. I think there's a exhausted one. Yeah. But I will say that with that failure on the save, you have been able to glean a little bit of the information that was just rushed across your perception, your mind's eye. There's something in this that you were trying to go for older, right? Older than the previous one, or newer?
Newer, because I want to know, I'm looking for information that's going to help us kill the Empire. And I feel like it would be relatively newer. Oh, yeah. Beep-Boop's tired. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I rolled by the screen here to help determine how lucky you this random, largely random, just check on this leaf loop would be. Yeah, I'll say that this one, like you definitely like get some flashes of very very old. Like there's information here. Like this leap loop wandered much of the free cities. You see some like familiar but very different sites of the free cities. Like some mountain ranges. You see like the crag spires existing and like the sun setting across them, or like they're in the east, so rising in the over the crag spires. Um, so you position this leap loop as having like probably been around after the crag spires were raised from the earth, and you see that like the free cities, like this leap loop was able to, because it is not actually a living thing, did not draw much of the attention of the vast hordes of undead that roamed the plains of the free cities. But this thing like made its way to the west. You don't know how far it got, but this is, if your history is right, at least in the realm of the first Gwengold Imperium, most likely.
Sweet. I will point to this one for 10 squared to start working on. Because I'm gonna leave him here to zip that core right out.
What makes this one so special to you, my friend?
Who the fuck are you?
Bastion.
What?
We met yesterday.
I'm laughing over Rory's.
Face.
Listen. What? Oh god, I have to relive the horror all over again.
The same mountain that ran me over.
You got ran over by a mountain.
Yes.
I
This
know.
seems to know you, Beep. This one seems to know you, Beep Boop.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Can I see Noose?
He's a friend.
You can see Noose. Noose is, unless he's hiding. Noose is in the same realm as you, but in the courtyard.
How far away in the courtyard? I need to see if I can throw my ball of yarn to him.
I would say within throwing range. Like at least out one of these windows, where you could pop out through the door and toss it to him.
Great. Beep boop. Or no, not beep boop. Oh fuck, so tired. Noose, take this and get me the fuck out of here. And I throw him that ball of yarn, which is storing the spell. What the fuck is it called? That can teleport me. No.
Misty Step.
No, hold on.
The damaging one.
No. We'll get there. It doesn't matter because he can't do it until his turn anyway, so I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah,
and then I'll start walking towards him.
All right. What's your total movement? 15?
15.
Yeah.
I'll dash towards him, I guess.
Whoa, look at you go. Yeah, you dash up there and deliver the the yarn.
Vortex warp. So you can shoot me 90 feet in any direction.
Excellent. Love it. Very good. That'll end your turn. Your 10 squared, your new it's a homunculus?
Yep.
Yeah, your homunculus pet automaton has your sci-fi multi-tool, and is going to try and extract the heart of this leap loop that's like chained to the wall and like struggling as you turn this one on, like open the book basically, and it's like now like it's active, and like the archival bastion is like extracting or like perceiving its memories. It doesn't seem like these leap loops are in pain necessarily, or are capable of that in this state, but are definitely not comfortable in this environment.
Their dreams.
Yeah.
That's what they dreamed of being.
It's wonderful. Yeah, well, end your turn there. Xerox, you're up. You're on the stairs. I think that you guys are like getting far enough up the stairs that you can start to see, because everything else in this place is so dark. You can start to see a glimmer of just a tiny bit of light spilling down the stairwell, and you know you're near the like the exit of it.
Knowing that my friends are up there, make it far up the stairwell.
Excellent. Yeah. I'll say that your what's your movement? It's like 40? 40. Yeah, with 40 movement, you we'll say it's 30, so everybody can make it, because arbitrarily it would be lame if one person was like, oh, I'm still down in the hole for no reason. So you guys are all going to be able to spill up to the top with 30 feet of movement to get to where Beep Boop and Noose are. But you run up there, and you, having come from below, you run to the top. You do not see the water. Yeah, you can immediately see illusion as you like come up from like a place where the illusion is like you're like behind the stage or something of like of this theater, and you like see this illusory water that's like pouring down from this fountain, and you're like, that's not there, and you can like see beyond it, like you can see that strange swirling like silvery like fear disk of light in the sky that is no sun and is definitely eclipsing something much brighter behind it. And you come up and you see Beep Boop and Noose right there at the stairwell's edge. Beep Boop is like about to fall, like just about to collapse. Like they're like Beep Boop, I'm sure is just like definitely showing the exhaustion. But yeah, you come up and you see all this as it exists. So you see the illusion and the reality. You see all the leap loops on the walls, and those guys did dart away after they did their thing. So they like peeked around, leered at you, and then like this is now just last known location for those guys. And that's, as soon as they leave your sight, you're like, you do not remember having seen them again.
I made this roll though, right?
Oh yeah, you made the I think you did make the roll. So yeah, you saw them and like
Did
were
I
able
see
to
which
keep.
way they went?
Yeah, I mean they're both just like ducked around. There's enough like they were like looking through like creeping through like a window frame, so they were able to just like go back, and so you lost them pretty quickly. They could be like crawling on the floor to get her under it or something. So yeah, you come up, you don't see the enemies, but you know from what people have said through Rory's, there are monsters up here that make you forget that they exist. But you know that they've at least ostensibly have been up here. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Grab Beep Boop and pull him down through the.
Yeah, I'll say that you can take Beep Boop like half your movement, so another like 20 feet back down to the stairwell.
So I can grab him and just use like
Or just throw him.
dash. Oh yeah, I would just throw him down.
Let if you want to stay up here, but also get Beep Boop down below, you can just let Beep Boop take a little bit of damage as he like tumbles down the stairs a bit as you put him down.
Just what I've heard over Rory's, it's just dumb decisions. So he's going to take a couple lumps.
Beautiful.
Seeing Xerox awake.
Covering his escape.
Awesome. Yeah, why don't you give me an athletics check? Well, yeah, I think you give me an athletics check, and Beep Boop, why don't you give me an acrobatics check?
Oh, this should be good. Seeing Xerox awake, I'm like, shit, I already cast Mind Blink on Quilla. Fuck, what are you doing awake? I have one job.
15.
15. Enough to like pretty confidently and with a controlled effort kind of like roll Beep Boop down the stairs in a less damaging way than it could have gone. But we'll see how this acrobatics check goes for Beep Boop.
8. 18. Buck disadvantage.
18. Oh wow! Thought I was gonna get to do some bludgeoning damage to you while you were
Nice
at
try.
I'll get you next time, Beep Boop. You some minor bruising and jumbling, but you don't take any significant damage as you were just rolled down the stairs. You're just like spiraling down.
I may be bloodied, but I said I may be bloodied, but I haven't taken any damage this turn.
Yeah, so instead of getting like 20 feet down, we'll say that you're like 10 feet down from the surface level. But definitely, you would guess, or Xerox, like out of sight from any enemies. Any enemies that want to like get eyes on Beep Boop now have to go through you.
So from where I'm at, I can see like what am I seeing all layers of illusion, or am I seeing just
So
one?
the illusion is so there are two different things going on. There's illusion that was making this whole space look friendly and like a library, if weird. The other thing is not illusion and is in fact like this place actually is like weirdly like four different versions of the space just like overlying each other, like breaking, normal physics.
Yeah.
So that like you do, I think you see yeah, there's no way to like make it clear, but yeah. So I don't think there's anything that you've seen so far that would let you know if you're seeing all of them overlaid on top of each other, or if you're only seeing whatever like zone or realm you're in.
Okay.
I think like what would determine that for you would probably be laying eyes on whatever monsters are here, because they're using that very feature to hide in plain sight.
Do I see? So would I know about the statue and its aggressions?
I think that's something like you guys have been pretty like Beep Boop especially has been trying to like info dump everything that he's seen. So I'd say that would be part of it. And yeah, you can look up and you see the statue, very very real, not illusory statue. And three of the forms are have no appearance, just humanoid shaped blobs, and then two of them are you can almost like see it happening in like live in like as the seconds progress, like just reverse aging, reverse wearing of their disfigurement, and their features are becoming more identifiable.
How high up?
The statue itself. Yeah, the fountain is like the stairwell here that is concealed as a fountain does have like the central pillar that the stairwell was like winding around, and that supports this big statue pedestal above. So it's like probably like 8 feet above the stairs. The stairs, like the floor here is like the height of the bottom of the statue on top of this pedestal that is just like the spiral staircase center like continues up for 8 feet and then ends with this big statue of 5 figures.
Like this.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
end my turn by using a bonus action to go into it.
Nice. Yeah, he's putting these on there. Do the statue bit. And since we've got so many faces on it.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful. Oh, the camera's doing weird things on our end. I don't know if it is on your
I
end.
was wondering if that was my computer or not.
Yeah, same here.
It's doing some
No, it's
strange.
I'll also be I'll have my javelin out readying. I have an attack at the ready in case something pops out.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. In that case, after you is the layer action where when something indeed does pop out. They're being real sneaky about it though, so I will I'll say you get one for free, just like based on like the direction you happen to be looking, but give me a perception check to see if you catch the second one.
Everybody or just
Just Xerox up here. Because he's like got the prepared action for their appearance.
Natural one.
Oof. Yeah, you don't see the one behind you. You see this one down here, like steps into the courtyard. You can see it without needing a mirror.
Okay, so I'm on the same. So I can I let my
Yeah.
javelin
Do your javelin attack, because this thing like you can see like these big hands, like the fingers grasp around the door frame, and then like this horrifying void monster face like peers out in the like comically creepy ways, like and you just hurl a javelin right at its
Yeah.
Look at its void face, or just drink it.
7 to hit.
27 hits. Could answer that without looking, but confirmed 27 hits.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2 piercing damage and
19 lightning damage.
Yeah, there's okay. 20. How much damage? Sorry.
Total of 21. 2 of it is piercing.
Lightning, nice. Cool. Is the javelin is not magical though?
The javelin is the javelin of lightning.
Oh, it is. Oh, because that's where the lightning damage is coming from. Of course, excellent. It is indeed magical. It is right at the creature, just as it peeks around, and you see like the javelin like wings this thing, like it doesn't like fall into the void mouth of it, but like slams into some like otherwise like a covered portion of the cloak, and it has a physical form of some kind that is it like writhes back in pain from this. It is vulnerable to attacks. But it like its focus is pointed your way. You see that I think this one is going to do its attack on you, and the other one is going to do the attack on you. So both of you need to make intelligence saving throws.
Oh,
and
yeah.
once again, these are or wisdom saving throws. Sorry.
Good at those.
Better at wisdom. Oh,
If you are within 10 feet, take a +4 aura of protection.
Oh, I think unfortunately you're like still like 30 feet down the stairwell.
Oh, did Xerox jet past me?
Xerox ran up to the top on their initiative. You'll get to run up there. It'll be like 30 feet on your turn coming up.
Sounds
here.
good.
I got a 12.
A 12 certainly fails.
6.
Both fail. Both take a point of exhaustion as knowledge is stolen, ripped from your very minds.
Oh, I did kind of set up Jerry. Can Jerry take it?
Oh yeah, Jerry can absolutely take this failure for you. Jerry, I think in that case, why don't we have Jerry?
Take a point of exhaustion.
Jerry takes a point of exhaustion, but does not have levels of exhaustion, so I think this is just going to knock Jerry out for the scene.
Gotcha.
And Jerry has lost some memory that they possessed in their mostly jar-filled life. Home Sweet Jar has been taken from Jerry's memory. It's always just been used.
Live laugh jar.
Jerry is out for the scene, and I think is going to do the like overload mechanic here.
Yeah.
And you're going to just like take like a shock of like 11 points of psychic damage.
Gotcha.
Little shock on the prairie.
And Jerry is out for the scene until you can take a short rest. I'll say, be able to recover.
Where's your no Jerry status?
No Jerry, the Jerry unconscious Jerry status token for sure. I think Xerox, you have much of your memory of pandemonium taken from you. Suddenly, like there is you feel that again, that sense, not deja vu, but just like that sense that like you can almost recall something, but like it's just gone, and there is now just an empty place in that portion of your memory. Like you know that you went on that mission, but your like memory is just like filled in kind of around that hole. You fought a dragon even, but you probably like imagine it, like, yeah, I think you forgot you fought a dragon in Pandemonium, and rode the thing and like did some really badass maneuvers. I think you brought it to the ground. You did some awesome shit in that fight. It was great.
You can't forget that. No.
Lost to your memory.
Oh shit. Dragon Slayer removed from my
Add it back to the bucket list.
You just slayed so many dragons, you've forgotten about them. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It must be.
And these are now last seen locations. And this one darts over here. You see, this was the one that you never actually saw, but I'll say that you guys had a sense that it was back there when it made its attack. So it's last known locations in that area. And that's the layer. And we continue on with news.
Oh, news. I just want to get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna turn invisible and then run my full movement down the stairs.
Awesome.
It's 25. Oh, and I can bonus action dash. So 50. I run right past them.
Yeah, you guys are Aquila and Tayron. You guys are both sprinting up the stairs. You see, I think,
Don't see.
I think
Just turn invisible.
you see roll down the stairs towards you. And then there's like just a brushing like wisp of some presence. Like you can feel like some slight touch as nooses like move past you in the tight quarters.
I turned to Quilla and I was like, "Was that Noose?"
Like, maybe?
Noose, was that you? I'm thinking over.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Terry and I are getting the fuck out of here.
that was him. All right, yeah, all right, we're good.
So we're headed back out now?
Yeah, I get the distinct impression our friends have found their way down these stairs. Good job,
All
Noose.
right.
Here we go.
Noose. The double dash,
Do
invisibility.
we see any door open? Like, is the door being held open by a shippy?
Oh, you're not
down
down
far
far
enough
enough yet. It's like probably going to be like
That's right. They were walking up
a
the
40-foot stretch or something
Yeah.
around the stairs. Yeah, I mean they were running up basically like like a couple rounds maybe, but we did a little weird hacking it together to get everybody together here.
That's still pretty fast. That's faster than me.
Anything else from News?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Tayron, then Quilla.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Considering we're in a good spot, Xerox is holding the front from incurring baddies. I'm gonna go ahead and slap Shield of Faith on Xerox and kind of watch our retreat down the stairs.
Okay.
So Shield of Faith for you, Xerox, is a +2 to your AC for the duration. Oh wait, no. No, I'm gonna keep Aura of Purity going. Sorry, I just noticed that's a concentration. Sorry, I'm gonna switch. That's only when I make an attack. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna hold the line and watch the retreat. Make sure nothing comes down the stairs.
Cool. If you want to like you can either hold an action to attack anything that comes down, or hold your action to just like accompany your party as they retreat, just keeping yourself positioned in the rear.
Yeah, keep myself positioned in the rear. I'll just ready. I'll ready a standard shot from crossbow in case anything comes around the corner.
Okay. Cool. Very good, Quilla.
All right. Quilla, seeing like she was really curious about what was up ahead, but now everybody's going back. So is Xerox still right up at the top?
I'm sorry?
Is Xerox up at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, you can see Xerox big form looming at the top of the stairs protectively.
I think she'll run up next to Xerox and hold a Radiant Eldritch Blast ready for
Nice.
anything that we see, while everybody else starts to head back because she's feeling fresh, and she sees that folks are not great on the way through.
Yeah. Awesome.
So.
You run up there. If you would yeah, those guys went into hiding again. If you'd like to, like, you can run up here with just your movement. I'd say if you would like to, because you know this is a dangerous space with some weird bad guys. If you want to actually look around for somebody to attack, I'd allow you to do that without like consuming your action.
That would be great.
Yeah. So give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, not too bad. 21.
21. Yeah, I think that gets you. You spot one of these. You come up and you move around just to the back side. Like Xerox is kind of like on this side of the stairwell. You move to the opposite end, and you see this one like just lurking, super creepy, like through one of these windows. And you see one of these monstrosities here for sure. There's I think I think there's a strange sense of familiarity or like something like that, like not from you, but like from Mayloon with this thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna trust my gut that this is a baddie and fire away then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'll use my Radiant Eldritch Blast thing, and first blast doesn't do shit. It was a natural one. Next one is 19 plus 12, so a lot. 31, I think. So that'll hit. The next one is 18. Does that hit?
18 does hit.
Okay. And the next one's higher. It's like 28 or something.
Nice.
27, I think. Okay.
3 hits.
And then, so this first one, these are all radiant damage. And well,
and
actually,
your Eldritch Blast. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, actually, the first one. Can I say the first one's radiant and then decide if that's what the next ones are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Does this is a 1d10 plus your charisma modifier?
That's correct.
You're gonna make the first one as a 1d8.
Oh, that's weird. Well, that's a 7 plus 5, so 12.
The creature is hit by this radiant, moon crescent, and it seems to just like slice through this thing, like light, just like dispersing shadow. It like cuts through and pierces entirely through this monstrosity. It is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Ooh, yay.
Even though it does less than it would normally. Okay. So that was 12, so it becomes 24 points of radiant damage to this thing.
And it's also, I'll use my radiant booster thing. I forget what it's called, so it's an extra plus 5 damage.
Nice. Okay. So that's another 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And then, so then the next one, that was my D. But it's a D10 on these next ones?
You now can choose if you want to do radiant or necrotic or whatever. You were just pausing after that first one to see what happened. So it's like less potent, but this creature is vulnerable to the damage, so it ends up potentially being more.
I'll keep going with radiant then. Ooh, that one's an 8. So 13.
26.
And this third one, another 8. Wild.
Nice.
So another 13, 26.
Jeez. Yeah, just radiant perforation after another is this thing is just like you can almost like for the first amount of like real illumination aside from like the receding aura from Tehran, this like brilliant radiant light erupts from your tide what are we calling it now?
Scythe or sickle?
Yeah.
Scythe,
The
yeah.
moon sickle or what do we call yeah. Yeah, from the sickle, the crescents unleash, brilliantly bright and radiant as they release, but immediately you can see them like beginning to diminish as they travel through space to hit the creature. But they still like the creature just like darkness, like I said, being like cast out by the light, like is just like is burning through it, doing immense amount of damage despite the less potent version of the spell you're currently wielding with the radiant energy.
Nice. Yeah. Just busting them up. And I will kind of tuck in at the top of the stairs to like guard our retreat.
Nice. Very good. You guys hear Beep Boop or sorry, Leap Loop talking up above and says, "Hello, yes. Lena, you said your name is. I am Leap Loop. Tell me about these archivists. You said there were two of them." And then you hear this other voice respond, "Well, actually, there are three archivists. 5 originally, but 2 were removed from history and 3 remain." Xerox, Noose, well, I think you guys are all high up enough to see like a third archivist's form figure is being reconstituted on a statue.
On their forms, are they? Can we tell if they're like humanoid or are they automaton? Like, do they look more like Beep Boop or Leap Loop or more like?
Yeah, I think enough detail is definitely returned that these are very, very clearly like humanoid, elven, human, whatever, you're not sure, but not automatons.
Okay.
And not constructs.
And they have, we can see detail on 3 of them. Is it like pretty sharp detail now?
The first, there's one that's like coming into pretty sharp detail, but the face, like the most discernible thing that you'd be looking for is like the face. Really like, and the faces were the parts of the statues that were the most significantly damaged, and it's as it recovers, it's likely going to be the last thing that reforms to be a recognizable feature.
Okay.
But they look like from what features are becoming apparent, they definitely look like just normal humanoids, elves, humans. Doesn't look like they're dwarves or any of the shorter folk. Probably elves or humans. And they like they're definitely like, judging from their poses and like the robes, like the clothes that they're wearing, there's definitely some amount of just like some amount of like status that you can glean. Like there's like one of them's like wearing several like large rings that would be worth a small fortune. They're all wearing these robes and like that look to be somewhat opulently like carved and like flowing, and they're like the beautiful like stonework of the statues, like a flowing silk.
Can I, this is probably too much detail, but as somebody who works in trade, do I get a sense of like the fashion style and how old it is? I mean, maybe that's more of a scholar
interesting question. Yeah.
But like the era that the fashion is from.
Yeah. There's yeah, why don't you give me a history check?
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, I don't have a clue. I rolled a 3. I don't think my history is. It's +6, but still.
Yeah, 9, not super great. Yeah, it's like definitely like they're definitely wearing robes that are like not quite uniform. They're like each of them has their own custom embellishments to a common theme for like the archival bastion aesthetic. But they're variously like wearing like definitely have like some like high like bigger shoulders and collars from like from like some really ancient paintings that have survived and stuff that are like pretty like formal wear from like way back. Like there was an era, but that's just covers so much time that it's just like like it's reminiscent to that, but it's like hard to like you can't really pin it down on any specifics. Just
like,
does seem
just
super old,
old.
super formal. Yeah.
Probably about as much knowledge as Carly has of comparing like ancient Greek and Egyptian garb.
Yes, the Ionists like wore their tunics this way. Ionics.
Yeah.
They all just wore loincloths.
Yeah.
I learned from
Right.
They didn't mix fibers, that's for sure.
That's a sin.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so that's Quilla. And that brings to the bottom of the round. I think now we might be getting into a scenario where these enemies are not going to be doing their lair tactics anymore and might be getting into more nitty gritty fighting you guys since they're being attacked so effectively now. But that is yet to be discovered as we will go back to the top of the next round with Beepu and then Xerox.
I have
Beepu successfully rolled down the stairs in good ways. You're like 10 feet down the stairs, and you've done so without taking any damage.
Yay! I'm so hurt.
You're at 4?
What?
You're at 4 exhaustions?
Yeah, which is super great for me. I have a question that I, as Beep Boop, don't know the answer to, but the people upstairs might know the answer to. Once that one got lit up, did anything happen to the statue behind it? Or behind them?
Oh, like manifest harm on the statue or
Yeah.
something like that? No, nothing like that. They're just all the statues. Well, 3 of the statues are still just progressively growing more defined. No sign of damage, new damage applied to them.
Can I still see the statue from my spot 20 feet down or 10
You're
feet
like
or
10
however?
feet down the stairwell. I would say that like probably not. Also being like pretty much directly beneath it, like you can't really make out any features of the statue at this point.
Great fun. I'm going. Oh, ooh. Yeah, because I can always do that. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Xerox.
Oh no.
As long as it's not gonna impede Xerox from getting back down the stairwell.
Xerox will be able to fit. It'll be a tight fit, but they could probably make it enlarge.
It's gonna go down the stairs.
Is that a touch?
No, it's within range of 30 feet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can see Xerox up there guarding the top of the stairwell, and you release your magics.
And I'm like slowly remembering that I also wanted to find knowledge from back in the past, much further to figure out where the fuck I came from, but it's too late. And I'm like, I think about trying to go back up, and I'm just so tired that I just start rolling back down the stairs.
You like don't even bother getting up. You're just
Nope.
like, fuck it, and just roll.
Just roll.
Fire off a spell and continue to roll.
That's awesome. Very good. Yeah, why don't you give me a roll for your homunculus? Does your homunculus have any appropriate skills for the removal of a leaf loop part?
I'm sure they do. Let me tell you what those are.
Yeah, why don't you look into that and let me know, and if there are any relevant skills, and let me know what your result is, and we can
I
figure
think
out.
it shares my skills. Like, well, the minor mass of falling increased by 1, proficiency bonus increases by 1.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
It's got stealth and perception, the most important ones.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it. Sell the perception.
Yeah, so I'd say that with the multi-tool, the multi-tool is really the only thing that's making this possible, I think, for your homunculus construct to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any spells that are destructive enough to like crack this open or anything. So it's really the multi-tool that's doing a lot of the work, just like being this tiny little like torch that's like cutting through parts of this leaf loop.
Yes, but I assume that 10 Square has done this before because its whole thing was like trying to repair a leap loop in the first place. So
Yeah.
10 Square knows.
Yeah, 10 squared, like if there was ever a homunculus that would be able to do this, it's definitely 10 squared.
Yep.
So the tool makes it possible, that their experience makes it like not impossibly high DC. So I'd say probably put this around like a 15 for the skill check to get this done with maybe some drawbacks along the way, much higher for a clean break.
Well, I rolled a 10 on the die, and
I'll say that I'll give your creature effectively like proficiency with the tool itself
yeah,
because it has so much experience. So I'd say like it can use your proficiency modifier for that.
which I think is 5, if I'm not mistaken. But I still 6, haha, 16, woohoo!
Well, the 16 total, yeah, like you don't I don't know what perceptions you share with your creature at a distance, your homunculus at a
Nothing.
distance. Yeah, so you don't know exactly what's going on up there, but the camera knows. The camera pans over, and I think like Xerox and Quilla, you guys hear the noise of like 10 squared jumping off the bookshelf, the leap loop shelf, with a heavy load as it like lands on the ground with a big thud, and you hear its metallic legs clacking against heavily on the ground as you can't hear shit in the air again because there's no air. So you don't hear any of this, but you see it fall, and it's making its way with a heavy burden towards the stairs.
My constructs technically have a fly speed of 30 feet if we're
I
combining
think with this
things.
burden, I think with this heavy burden, this thing that it's carrying is larger and probably heavier than your construct itself. Like 10 squared
That's
wasn't a
fair.
huge thing, so I'm thinking like no flight.
That sounds good. Reasonable, reasonable.
A 5-ounce bird cannot carry a 1-pound goat.
Right.
Well, perhaps they held it on a line.
Talking an African or a European?
By the description, it sounds like an ping pong. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think you know where the one is behind you, like in the top left from my perspective there, because Quilla just shot at it and it didn't flee yet. Hasn't had a chance to. So you know where that one is, and you have a rough idea where this one closer to me is, but don't see it.
Xerox has a great question she needs to answer. So she's going to fly straight up where she's even with one of the fully constructed faces.
Yeah, the most like again, like the face will be the last because like all these things were like heavily worn, but the faces were just like looked like they'd been intentionally like destroyed and like made not recognizable. So the facial features are going to be like the last thing that's restored to the statues, and they're all slowly like these three are slowly coming back.
Okay.
So like just even like looking up at them before you fly up there, you can see that like the faces are not none of the faces are recognizable quite yet. You'd have to stick around for a bit to learn this.
Okay. What is the base of this? How is it attached or is it built in?
Yeah, like it's just like there's this big like you can see the illusion where there's like you're standing in a fountain basically, the water's not there, but like the central column from that the spiral staircase wraps around just continues up like 8 feet. There's this big like column like probably like 4 feet in diameter, maybe 5 or something. And on top of that is this like a kind of a round base. And then on top of that are like the 5 kind of like standing in like a circle, just like all like looking nobly and proudly off in a different like direction from this center space.
I would like to go to the most fully complete section.
Yeah, there's one that's definitely like been restored, has spent the most time being restored, I'll say.
Okay. I'd like to find like I would like to match it twice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Attempting.
And you have like a bonus damage against objects and stuff, right?
I have advantage when it comes to attempts to push, pull, or break.
Nice. Pretty breaking an item object thing right now.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm gonna go up there and 28.
20 definitely slams into it successfully, beating the AC the object that this hard stone object has. It was an 18 you roll? No, what was it to hit? 28? Yeah, definitely more than that.
And I get an extra D4 because I'm enlarged. And sorry, it's been a while since I've done.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Okay. One, two, three bludgeoning damage on that hit.
23 bludgeoning damage. So down beats AC, the HP, and beats the damage threshold as well. Yeah, you slam into this. You like clean knock off the head. The head just like shatters and like is just falls off. It shows like there is an internal structure to the statue. There is something inside it that is important. Like you can see just like this little fragment, like just protruding from like the collarbone, the remnants of the neck, that's all like broken fragments. There's like protruding from that like some sort of like magical focus of some kind that's like embedded in it and goes deeper into the statue for sure.
I'd like to direct my next attack at the opening where that's starting to emerge.
Are you trying to damage
I'm
the
trying-
thing or clear more space to reveal it?
Clear more space.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That's
I mean, way to make an entrance back, you know?
Seriously, dead bodies already.
Yeah, it's coming in with a bang.
So you'll do max damage, and you'll roll your dice, and you have like your bonus brutal critical die
yeah,
that you had on as well.
32. And you said there's necrotic energy in here.
100%. And I was gonna say, like, as part of this, like, as this thing is revealed, you feel this like this wave of like definitely like some sort of necrotic energy. There's like very much something of that type in this involved in this magical focus thing.
Okay, so I'll level a smite on top of that.
Okay, and this is again focused primarily on the remaining of the statue itself to
Yeah.
reveal this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But that's so much damage.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
It's a lot of math to do.
So much math.
so baseline. Fuck. So that's I got 4. So it's 56 max roll damage plus 9, so that's 61 in the roll.
Wow, 61 is the pre-roll damage plus these dice.
Job.
Oh, that drink looks good.
Bring it.
Oh, plus the force, so 65.
But wait, there's more.
65.
That'll be 92 points of
92 points of damage.
so which product.
I think that's more than enough, even if like some of that's reduced from being necrotic. I think like you slam your hammer into this thing, and like you see this like immense crack just goes all the way through the statue, and like the stone just like the parts that aren't just like powderized from the impact just shattered into pieces, like this huge crack, and it all just comes crumbling off until there's just like on this statue of this particular archivist only legs, and like where the legs meet, just like the barest bit of like like torso portion, and then there is this big like twisted, like glowing sickly green, like crystalline, like magical focus that is now fully exposed. And with that damage, with that crit, like you feel it as you're like in this swing, like you feel that this is going to be the hit, like a really strong hit. I would allow like if you would like to do damage additionally because it's a crit to the crystal, this magic construct itself, you're welcome to, and I'll take like basically the over damage and apply it to this thing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh yeah. You slam into this thing, the statue bursts and cracks, crumbles, revealing this like weird, definitely necrotic infused magical focus thing. And you slam into this. The necrotic energy doesn't, that any amount of that from your attack doesn't do much to this, but just like the sheer bludgeoning impact definitely does. You see like just like hairline fractures, cracks show up, like slowly spread through this crystal as it recoils from that impact.
As my bonus action,
I'll say also that in all of you here in your minds a blood curdling scream that starts vaguely humanoid but ends in this almost just like static screech, like inhuman noise. It did something very much did not like that.
I have a suspicion of what that, but I'm gonna see if it does anything. I'm gonna try to put my shield against it and push it as far as I can away from like I'm trying to move it from its current spot and see if the push does any additional damage to it.
Yeah. Go and give me the it's like athletics for your shove.
Athletics check. So I think it'd be a flat roll because I'm at 1 level of exhaustion, but I have advantage.
Yeah, that sounds good. This is an object that DC is just going to be a 15 for it, as it's made so vulnerable by your previous massive critical hit.
Natural.
Natural one, 2 nat 20s, 2 nat 1s.
Oh.
I'm gonna shove. I'm gonna, in panic, hit the button on my shield to do a shove to use the charge for one of my shoves. It automatically shoves it 10 feet.
Yeah. With that, like you see, like is it like 2 separate attacks? Like you hit it once and like doesn't budge, and you're like, fuck this, and hit it a second time. Yeah. The shield bursts, goes through this crystalline thing, like this magical like focus, like just gets launched off of the statue and flies off in the direction away from you, hits the wall, and like clinks down onto the ground in that like hallway. Now that shield doesn't normally do damage associated with the shove. So I think this thing is a powerful magic object, and just getting knocked around doesn't seem to do meaningful damage to it.
Okay. All right. How much movement did I? So I can see it over here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna find a little.
There's a Lego.
I have these little doodads. It'll be great for this. There's a little doodad down there. Yeah, maybe just like a little bit down, like more opposite zero. Yeah, like right in there. Perfect.
So it's broken off,
Mm-hmm.
but does the energy seem to dissipate from it, or is it still?
It's still like swirling with some internally like held magical capacitance of some kind. Getting it off.
So I'm gonna fly down here. I'm going to use. So how much of my movement did I?
I think like probably like 10 just to fly up there to get level with the face.
Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna zoom down and land next to it
mm-hmm.
and action surge. And I'm gonna swing at this thing. On
The secret archivist pressed on.
You hit it so violently. Right? 0.
Okay, so that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah. You think that this crystal is a little bit stronger and sturdier than the statue itself, but that's definitely hits. Its AC is a little bit higher, but it's definitely hit by whatever the high roll that was.
So that's 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
17 points. Nice. From a magical weapon, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent.
And
Close the tab. No. That's it. I think it's still good. But I was just checking a note. Yeah, you slam it. It definitely does some damage. You see those cracks extend further, but it is not yet destroyed.
I'm gonna swing one more time.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That hits.
So for 20 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. 47 points of bludgeoning damage to this thing. Why does it? It is still intact, but it is like you can see like fragments and flakes have been knocked off of this thing, and it's like just kind of like a pinball around in this little like alcove as you like hit this thing, and like it just like launches a bit from the impact, and you're definitely doing damage to this. You can see shards of it have been just chipped off. And you feel just like waves of like necrotic energy, like necrotic potential magic, like escaping from this thing. It's definitely a bad magic thing, for sure.
Necrotic doesn't always be bad.
True.
A magic thing is all beep Pierce. And would like to own
You're gonna take it. I can use it against my ally.
I'm gonna use. Yeah, that'll end my turn. I'll be right there.
Nice. So I'm closing this down. And we're going to be moving on to the layer action that is no longer occurring as the archivists have entered full-on combat mode. Let's bring that one to. Holy shit. That piercing cry that like ripped through your brains and like became this like static screech extends and like repeats and like echoes out again with these further attacks. you hear the screech almost like psychically. You can identify where it was coming from. Is it just like you feel pressure hitting your brains from this side of the space? This archivist has been killed.
Fuck yeah.
What? Nice.
He exploded before we could shoot him.
You can definitely have a sense that it's been like serious damage has been done to it, but like none of you have like. Oh, you did see this one because this is the one that Quillo was shooting at. Quillo, you had eyes on this one consistently since your last. Like you were shooting blasts at it. You see that like as Xerox like is hammering down on this crystalline thing, like cracks are like erupting across the creature's form, like breaking it, like it's very reality, like over the fabric and through like where like the crack. It doesn't make sense for like this fabric material, this like inky black void to crack, but it is doing that, and like there's like eruption of energy coming out, and then it just like almost like turns inside out and is just disappears from view.
The archivist is dead. That thing I was shooting is the crystal tower, or a part of the crystal tower. I don't know what's happening. I'm saying this all through Rory's like stream of consciousness. Like taking it all in and spouting out what I'm seeing.
And I think like with it, leaving your view in this way, you do not lose recollection of your perception of it.
Ah, that's kind of cool. And the shapes of the creatures were like the prowling around parts. They didn't. What did those look like again? They looked like monstrosities more than humanoids, or were they?
They definitely looked like abomination, like abominable humanoids. They have an unsettling similarity to various mind flayers that you have seen, with the extremely large, like long taloned hands. There is like, aside from like a completely absent face, there are no tentacles or anything. Like there's no mind flayer like body aside from like, yeah, those hands look real mind flayery. But these are definitely like some strange creation.
Okay. Wild. Yeah, interesting. I will share that all with the crew.
Excellent.
How you saw it blow up?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
When Xerox
just get a fuck yeah over roars.
Yeah. That ends Xerox's turn. So we go to Newt.
Probably loosely related to Jerry, right? Does he recognize him?
I know that guy. I know his hands.
I'm gonna keep making for the door.
Okay.
So I will use my movement action and bonus action to sprint. I get 75 movement.
Yeah, very good. What's cool about that is the way down is eventually blocked by the third archivist that's always been here. Suddenly, like it was never here and now is here, and always has been.
Oh, what a dick.
The third archivist is on the stairs blocking your path.
Just go up and stab him in his stupid void face.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get like into its path with just your movement, so your full like action if you without even using your dash. Your 1 second dash.
I'm invisible, but I don't know if they were.
You're invisible.
I think they might have been sensing me when I was in here.
Mm-hmm.
So do I get the drop on him?
I'll say that you have advantage on the attack from invisible, but you do think that the creature is like tracking you in some way and knows roughly where you are, but can't see you specifically or something. So I'll give you the advantage, but it does know that you're around.
I'm gonna stab him with a psychic dagger and his. I'll try and get him in his throat.
Oh, that's the void hole.
Yeah.
Not the void hole.
I don't want to punch into the hole. I want to get right
It goes like all the way, like from like collarbone up to like over the nasal bridge. It's just like this swirling, just like spiraling nothingness that goes into the creature.
I'm scared of punching into that.
Yeah, you might use a hand.
So
Yeah.
a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
On that dice.
15, 13, 14. 30, 36, 38. 38 psychic damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Number 3, who I don't have on initiative. Ooh. Oh,
I feel it. I think in all our consciousness, in our Rory's bond, you hear Quilla being like, "Are we just gonna murder all these archivists, or?"
You started punching. What do you mean?
Because it was a creepy thing, and it was attacking
And it's
us.
trying to eat our memories. I
We
don't like
was- I
No,
mean,
I agree.
Oh,
I'm
like-
okay with this. I just also am wondering if it would give us more information alive.
I'm not capturing this asshole.
Okay, if you can keep one alive, go for it.
Yeah.
It's on my dice tray.
All right,
I
you
mean,
just
I
found
know
everything
it's a
else
fair
in
question.
this?
I'm picking up that our good friend Juice is suddenly in a pickle. Go for it. Go for the go for the jugular or the void hole, whatever you got.
So then I will. So did I have to dash before I got
No,
back?
I think that it's blocking your way at the end of your movement
Okay.
without dashing.
I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and bonus action disengage.
Huh?
Back up the stairs.
Yeah, you run all the way back to where you were. You see Beep Boop is still just like rolling down the stairs intentionally now.
Just like there's another one down there, beep boop. I
Awesome.
think that's all I can do.
Oh yeah. Archivist 3 rolled a 19 on initiative, which I think
Who's gonna go next?
is going to go next, but then won't get to go again until like before you next round. Archivist 19 or Archivist 3 with the 19 initiative is going to go. Going to run up the stairs. You have 30 movement, right?
25.
25. So yeah, it has 30, so it's enough to like follow you up the stairs. It's going to find Beep Boop rolling down the stairs.
Oh God, yeah, it
At
is.
it. And I think it's going to use paralyzing touch on you. It's gonna get a live one.
Hold on a second. Am I between the two groups? Am I close to either of them?
Oh yeah, I would say that you're definitely. I would say that you're in range of Beep Boop with your aura. If that's what you're after. I'd say you're like. I'd put you like maybe 15 feet away from Beep Boop, maybe.
You get advantage. You'll have advantage on that saving throw for paralyze.
Nice.
Yay!
So you need to make a spell attack, melee spell attack against you. It will then do damage, and then you will need to make a save against the. So give me a con save because I'm pretty sure this. Fuck me, it might not. Oh, you have good armor too. This is bullshit. It only got a 16 to hit.
Did it roll with
You're on the
advantage
ground.
since I'm on the ground?
It has advantage.
Yeah, jeez, Mark.
Hey, he's doing roly.
I'm
He's
dead.
doing roly polies, man. I mean, you get a free shot.
There
for
we go.
roly polies.
27 to hit. How does that feel?
That's better. Gosh.
Yeah,
Roll like you mean it, Mark.
I'm trying my hardest. This is gonna. So you're gonna take some cold damage. You're gonna take was this 20 points of cold damage, and you don't have a lot of HP either. That's fun. And you need to make a con saving throw. DC 18.
No.
Well, I rolled a natural 18, so it's a 27. Paralyzing shit.
You ain't. You are not paralyzed. You're still rolling freely.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What?
Reach a roll further
Yeah.
down the stair.
Archivist 3, that's their turn. With it's doing some damage, but no paralysis. Noose is already gone. That brings us to Archivist 2. You guys killed Archivist 1, so this one is going to go. It's time to pull out the stops. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It is going to walk up into range, and I think it can hit all of you with its Mind Blast. Yep, that's a 60-foot cone. Hits all of you with a huge blast of energy that is not like overwhelming you. Like you fought illithids where they like try and just basically like overwhelm your mind with like psychic attacks and stuff. This is instead like just opening up a great chasm to like draw in your thoughts. Like all of you need to like struggle to preserve any sense of yourself as like holes are falling in, like your memory is falling into holes. You'll need to you're gonna probably take some damage here. Oh, I think it's a do or die save. So each of you 3 up top need to give me an intelligence saving throw, DC 18.
And does my mind blink immune me from this?
Oh, it do.
It do?
It do.
Excellent.
High level spells do work.
Yay.
It's pretty lame, but okay. I use a level 8 spell or whatever on myself, and I'm like, nah. Fuck that.
Doesn't work on this.
Wait,
I don't care.
wait. What was this? This is a wisdom saving throw. What was this?
This is for my mind. Intelligence saving throw.
God damn it.
Lucky that I didn't
Yeah, a lot of intelligence and wisdom saves in this space.
Do I have to make this save?
You are protected. You're down. You've rolled down the stairwell enough that you're
I've
out of
rolled
the
far
blast.
enough.
Fail. We've got Quilla's and immune. So yeah, Tehran, what'd you get?
Thanks, beep boop.
Oh,
Got your back. I'm tired.
wait a second.
Xerox.
Advantage? I don't know. I got rolled a 5 on this. Do I get advantage for purity or no?
This is an intelligence saving throw against a magical effect. So if you have advantage against anything like that, you would have it on this save. Where would you be getting the advantage?
Either from aura of purity or from aura of protection, or just being faith advantage against things that would put me to sleep or charmed. I don't know this.
Yeah, this isn't a charm. It's just psychic damage. It will potentially stun you though, but it's not a charm effect.
Okay. That's fine.
So
No,
yeah,
it's the best I got is a 5.
If your aura gives you advantage on saving throws, then you totally have it. But otherwise, it would be a flat.
Nah, that's a 5.
5 total?
Yeah, you said it's an intelligence saving throw, right? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
guy doesn't.
Oh man. But you get your charisma bonus too because you're paladin aura.
That still
I don't
only
think you're
gives me a
gonna, I don't
plus.
think you're going to get to 18, but like 5 just seems extra low, and I don't want you to like miss a different save in the future because we didn't have all your bonuses in mind.
No, it's a 5.
Damn, fun. That sucks. So I think you and Durox are both mind blasted. You take 25 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the stun on a success. That's Archivist 2. And that's going to take us to Tehran, who is now stunned. Which
Wait, hold on a second. So
against
stun against 10. Hold on a second. I did roll a 10, so that's a 13. I rolled the second die before. So is 13 get me there or no?
Oh no, 13 was 18 was the DC. Yeah.
Damn it. 25, you said?
Yeah.
Damage.
Yeah. Like 22, or did I say? I forgot what I rolled now.
Wait, do I get a bonus from being within a certain amount of feet from him?
You should
Gotta
have
be within 10.
Within 10.
Yeah, within 10.
30. Yeah, 10 you get the +4. 30, you just have advantage.
Yeah.
I didn't roll with advantage though.
Oh. Go for it.
And it got me to within 1 point.
Oh, no, like 17.
So close.
So close. I know I was 2 points away on my previous roll. Now I'm within 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are both blasted, both stunned, unless you have some protection against stun that I'm not aware of. Yeah, so on your turn, Tayron, you're stunned on your turn, so you can't do a lot. But you do get to make the save again on the end of your turn. So yeah, you're incapacitated and you immediately fail strength and dex saving throws, and attacks against you have advantage. And incapacitated, I think, means that you can't take. There it is. Can't take actions or reactions. So you can still take a bonus action when you are stunned, I think.
And I still concentrate on a spell.
You can, but you do need to make you need to just make the con saving throw to keep your concentration on it from the damage. But you can definitely maintain concentration while stunned.
All right. I don't have much I can do here. I think.
Yeah. So you can't. Literally, the only thing you can do is speak falteringly and take a bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just see if I can't. Some paladin bullshit I can't pull off real quick.
I'm gonna.
No. No, that's it. All right. Yeah. Let's roll this. Intelligence or Constitution?
Yeah, you can repeat the intelligence saving throw to
Intelligence
try and
saving
break
throw.
this by at the end of your turn. DC
All right,
18.
here we go. Nope. That's an 11. Yeah, call it that. I'm 11. Stunned on these steps.
Damn it.
That fucking doesn't change anything from rolling like shit. So much for aura of purity. All right. Do I have to do anything for concentration then, or can I still concentrate on the spell?
You got to do a concentration roll, which I think is just a D20 plus your Constitution modifier, and it just has to beat a 10 right now.
Okay, this one counts. Okay.
How you do concentration?
All right, I can. All right, I can do that. That's 22 for now.
Yeah, so I think you're good.
Either way, you make it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that ends the turn then.
Yeah. Do you make your save?
Rolled an 11, I think.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Shut up. Shut up.
All right, after Tayron, we have Quilla.
Okay. Quilla is trying to get the vibe of where everybody is. I'm still at the top with Xerox. Xerox is now stunned and can't move. And it sounds like I can't shake my friends out of this stun. But the thing that stunned them is below us
be right
now,
back.
right?
It's right here.
Yeah, it's definitely
you were
visible
right.
now.
You can definitely see it.
It had to move forward and did not hide afterwards. And you coming from below, you and Xerox can see in your enemy in any of the 4 realms they appear in. I think like if Noose or Beep Boop were up here, they still couldn't see this creature standing right in front of them. They would have to look at it through a mirror, or they would have if they were still up here. But you coming from below, you see behind the curtain, you see backstage, and you can see this creature right in front of you.
That's cool. Yeah, I will blast it again.
Weird. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Blast away.
Yeah. Although I'm worried. Wait. Beep Boop. You're
Alive.
You're
I'm alive. I'm good.
How alive?
So alive.
So alive?
I'm fine. Fucking fine. So good. Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
Well, you do know that also, I think you're one of the only characters on the board that might have access to lesser restoration or greater restoration. Either of those would clear a stun effect from an ally.
Oh, sweet. That is so helpful to know. Yeah, I will do that actually then. I think I can only target one person. I'm gonna double check that.
Yeah, unless you have like some way to twin spell or something like sorcerer
No.
features, it's just a single target. I don't think like upcasting, maybe
Yeah.
upcasting does let you target more. We can check that too. It doesn't look like it.
No, it just talks about one target. So
Yeah.
since I'm right next to Xerox as this is all happening, I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on Xerox and just
Mhm.
kind of as I like reach over and just kind of shake her shoulder and cast Greater Restoration on her.
Nice. Xerox, you feel the paralysis immediately leave your body. Do you have any levels of fatigue? Oh, the mind blast was supposed to also potentially fatigue you guys. So I think the two people that failed the intelligence check, Tehran and Xerox, also give me a Constitution saving throw. DC on that is 22 to avoid a fatigue level from this mind blast.
Which for Xerox that will go away with the Greater Restoration.
Yeah, the Greater Restoration is normally like a single effect.
Oh, okay.
Undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion to level 1, 4, and 1
Oh,
I
okay.
would say I don't know, I'm tempted to like make that just like because it's a lesser restoration capacity to undo an exhaustion or undo a
Just
paralysis. I
yeah.
kind of want to just house rule that the greater restoration would also allow you to take off an exhaustion level, and I think I'm just going to do that.
Okay.
So it can
I
remove
mean,
the paralysis
whatever
and an
you say,
exhaustion level.
it is like I don't have lesser restoration, which partially, I mean, I'm a warlock, so everything's 5th level anyway. But
Actually, yeah, I'm going back on my word because you guys are in a space that's not kind to this sort of magic. So you feel it like it might like it's this greater restoration spell like does the job, but like just barely. Like you can feel like this there's a suppression of this sort of magic. But yeah, it clears the paralysis for sure. So Tehran and Xerox, if you could just double like check that constitution save versus the fatigue effect.
14.
14. You've got a fatigue or an exhaustion. Damn. And Dakota, you'll make if you're here, get a exhaustion or a constitution saving throw from you whenever. And Quilla, anything else you want to do with your turns? You've cured with this. It's like you feel like this like tiny the just slightest sliver of moonlight descends upon Xerox and just like
yeah,
flickers faintly and weakly in this space that just devours this sort of energy consumes it.
yeah, I think normally there's like almost I don't know if you'd call it a flickering, but a like like a shifting of the light with my spells from this like duality of the necrotic and radiant energy. But then
Yeah.
like this feels different. It's like a flickering in a sense of like it doesn't it's like the struggle to hold on, not this like, going between the two.
Yeah, I really like instead of that like this dance of this energy instead it's just like this is not working, right?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's more of a glitch than a dance.
Yeah. Awesome.
I was an 18.
18 on the con save.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I add 5 to that while I'm on the ground.
like
um
22. So you gain a level of exhaustion.
Can I
Aaron.
add 5 to that while I'm on the ground, coughing at his feet?
You're too far down the well, I think.
Am I? I thought I was within his range. He gave me advantage on my last saving throw.
You were rolled down the stairs and then you chose to roll down farther. So you're definitely out of like sight of like what's going on the top floor, top level.
Of
I
Tehran?
forgot my own. I forgot my own passive aura. I got a +4 on that. That's 22. What do I have to hit?
That makes it. Yeah, 22
Okay.
is the DC.
No exhaustion.
So you avoid exhaustion. You're still paralyzed. You're Beep Boop. You're definitely like 20 feet down the winding stairwell now. So you definitely do not have like line of sight to the surface.
Oh,
or
fine.
anybody that's going on.
That's fine.
For
Alright.
my movement, I will scoot down the stairs close to Tehran, because this creature is still below us, right?
Yeah, you know
We're
that
trying to
like
go.
Noose. I think you've heard from Noose from the along Rory's that there's a bad guy down below as well.
Yeah, so I think I'll go down and get close to Tehran, because he's just a few steps below me, I think, right?
Yeah, I think
He's actually right next to you.
yeah,
Next
Tehran's
week.
still
Oh,
like basically on the surface with here. Like Tehran's up here. You're here by the stairwell down. Xerox is behind you just a little bit here, bashing a crystal.
We'll move.
Then down here we have maybe I'll set up 2 levels down here just so we can differentiate
Gotcha.
a slight difference. But here we have the bad guy down here. Can you guys see right? No, that's almost just barely in sight.
I mean, if I move the camera, it'll probably do its thing again.
Weird glitchy thing. I'll just do it quick, like.
That's fair.
Yeah, so down here we have like 2 levels now set up, representing both like just 2 heights on the stairwell.
Sure.
And you have bad archivist down here at like near the bottom of it, but having like come up, probably now in the middle of the stairwell, and you have the rest of the crew, Beep Boop and Noose, just above the bad guy on the stairwell.
Okay. I wanna
And
if I'm close enough to the doorway, can I see the bad guy down the stairs?
no, it's like a couple winds down the stairwell.
Okay.
I'd say like you can probably see anybody on the stairwell that you're like within like 15 feet of, I would say. And right now that creature is probably like 25, 30 feet down there.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. That's all for
All
me.
right. Archivist 1, the dead one. Xerox, you see a surge of energy in the crystal that you have been bashing. The surge continues to build.
Yeah. She's gonna blow.
Ooh.
That is Archivist's 1 turn, and we go to the top of the next round. Beep Boop, and then Xerox.
So I can see this thing in front of me now, right?
Oh yeah, it just did a paralyzing touch against you. Big giant clawed hand swipe against you, and you resisted its effects, but it's still looming large right above you. You're like at its feet, basically. Rolling.
Sweet deal. I'm going to make life choices.
Rolling.
I'm gonna cast Blink on myself.
Ooh. That puts you into the ethereal plane?
Possibly.
Interesting.
Intriguing.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to yeah, I'll do my second wind so I can regain some hit points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to stand up so it doesn't get advantage on the next attack against me.
Half of your half movement.
Using half of my half movement. There we go. I got 7 feet left.
7 feet of movement. That's a funny number. And then you have to roll for your blink.
First, I have to get my hit points back.
Mm-hmm.
Most important things first. Now let's blink. I'm in the ethereal plane for once in my goddamn life for casting this stupid spell.
The fun thing is, you're not.
No, you suck.
You feel this magic. You've cast this spell. You feel this magic. Like you feel yourself like being like pulled toward. Like you feel it like it's supposed to work. There is no ethereal plane here to access. You are beyond the realms of the planes in a meaningful way, outside of their influence.
Everybody hears in their head, fuck, 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 fuck. And that'll end my turn.
Excellent. I think with that knowledge, that's a huge, fuck you from the DM there. I will say that this with that failure, you can give me an Arcana check with advantage.
17?
17.
Yeah, because that's plus 11. Yeah, 17.
17. You think that the only way that this, like, you would not be able to access the ethereal plane is if you are beyond the realms of heaven, the heavens themselves, like beyond most models and perceptions or like understandings of the great wheel, of the way the various elemental planes and the heavens and stuff exist. You are beyond the borders of these things.
Shoot, we're outside of our reality, our heaven. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Don't die. What would happen if you died here? Do I have any
This
ideas?
supposed to be a source of all annihilation and undoing of things? Who knows? Probably not good.
Don't die. Oh yeah, hold on. Wait, one more thing. I'm gonna look up at this thing in front of me since I can't be in the ethereal plane and be like, hey, if you just fucking let us leave, we won't fucking kill any more of your statues.
No treasures may be taken from the bastion. Surrender your knowledge to us, and you may leave.
What knowledge? I don't remember anything. I think you already got a lot.
Xerox, you're up.
Right.
Tell him no, Beep Boop. Tell him no.
So do I get the sense that the necrotic energy flowing into this place is coming from these crystals?
No, like there's like these are definitely like significant like artifact like focuses of energy that are serving some very specific purpose, but like there's just oceans and worlds of necrotic energy flowing in these like great like filaments of things. Like you're in this crazy space. Like it's super weird. It's just like the very air, if there were air, like the very like essence of this place has to do with that, but not like solely.
But I get
like
kind of in here is necrotic.
Is necrotic for sure, but these are like this is like I don't know, like a throwing a tossing a uranium rod in the Pacific Ocean. Like this is like a like concentrated necrotic energy in this vast like sea that include like I mean that's a bad metaphor because it also assumes the ocean's full of other like uranium rods or something. but like just on the scale, like this is a very concentrated like relic that's doing something very important for this space, but it is not like you don't think it's like powering this space. In fact, like with these considerations and your very specific affinity with this sort of energy, you can give me, I think, like just like a raw insight or an Arcana check, your choice.
Insight. Here we go. 24.
24. This is a very strange, like equivalent to a oh god, what's the word? the thing that a lich has, the phylactery. This is like effectively like a lich phylactery. This, you think the archivist that you guys just killed will reform itself so long as this thing exists.
But the thing powering these archivists, that's necrotic energy in there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. In the crystal focus thing, the magic focus, that is their phylactery. It's just chock full of necrotic energy.
Do I feel that I can talk to the Dark Star Prince given the amount of necrotic energy here?
I would say that like you have a deep I think that you have a significant, like, of all places in reality, this is one of those that you would have the most affinity to the Dark Star Prince within. What are you wanting to do here?
I want to see it do a pseudo channel divinity and contact him and say, if I ask him to either interrupt or remove the flow of necrotic energy into this space, if I give a piece of myself.
You give wait. Can you
if I like can take some kind of damage, if I can interrupt the flow, like interrupt the function of these things.
You draw that power into yourself and use it?
Yeah. Not use it, but just like I want this to kind of either get a wrench thrown in for a brief second or stop working. I'm wondering if the Dark Star Prince can kind of either interrupt the flow of the energy into these things or
yeah I love that. Yeah, you reach out like in your mind. I think like we'll just kind of like tie this in with that like insight check. You feel like this sense that like you already wield like power, given to you from the Dark Star Prince, and that is like an affinity. It's not every moment the Dark Star Prince is like, like a god or like something's like not granting you power, but like is instead like granted you this affinity, this likeness that allows you to wield this power. And like you think that with that roll, that inside roll that you got, like if you want to, when you are attacking these things, if you want to allow like the necrotic energy that is like powering these things, if you want to siphon that into yourself, it'll probably harm you, not as much as it would anybody else, because you have resistance to necrotic energy and whatnot. But if you wanted to like siphon some of that energy out, you could, I would say, delay whatever these things are trying to do. But you think that destroying them is the only way to stop them from like recreating these archivists that have been like this archivist that's been destroyed. They will keep remaking themselves so long as these things exist. But you can definitely throw a wrench in it if you're willing to like, nope, that energy is coming. I'm grounding it through me instead of allowing it to like
as opposed to it that energy moving towards the efforts, I want to channel it into me, absorb that damage, and buy us at least a chance to get out of here because I don't think we're
100%. You think like the one that's in front of you though, like it's already heavily damaged from your previous attacks. That like crystal and like a phylactery thing, it's on the verge of being destroyed. That there's at least probably two more of them that are in these statues. You don't know what's going on with these last two that have not begun reforming, but these other two that have probably need to have their crystals like exposed and destroyed or disrupted. But that only, like you said, like that only prevents them from reforming. So long as the crystals, like the phylacteries exist and the archivists are alive, they will keep interrupting your plans. But if you kill them, you can damage the phylacteries, and when you specifically are damaging them, you can like interrupt their capacity to operate even before they're destroyed entirely. I think that's like what you can glean from that. So long as you're willing to like siphon off that energy through your own self and take that harm, you can like draw out energy that these phylacteries would otherwise be using to recreate their host.
Okay. So,
but I think the last thing, like the Dark Star Prince has a deep affinity to this place, as do you. But the Dark Star Prince, differently than you, still has a very fundamental and like God relationship to the material, the specific material like realm that you come from. So in a weird way, you are more capable than the Dark Star Prince in this space because he is so far from the source and seat of whatever like magic powers, gods and deities, which is the faith and belief and all this bullshit of their followers and stuff in the material realm. He's so far away from that he's probably very weak comparatively. But you are a rogue, effectively a rogue agent now with no connection to home aside from your own burning passion to see justice done in your world, and you are more capable in this space than he is.
So I'm just trying to buy time to get out of here.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it.
Smash it. Smash it. Oh.
Yeah, I'll try to end this crystal that's in front of me by bringing the hammer down on that fucker.
Nice.
30 to hit.
Yep. The AC for adamantine is 23.
No.
Which is kind of where I'm putting this like relic phylactery.
Okay. 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is with previous attacks enough to destroy this phylactery. You slam down your hammer on it, and there is just this like explosion of like greenish, like poison cloud and like lightning as this necrotic energy is just disrupted. You guys all like Quilla and Tehran. Tehran, you're still stunned, I think, but you just like in your like stunned state see Xerox do this heroic feat, and like there's like green poison lightning like lancing into Xerox's body and just like dispelling into the ground, as Xerox is this like grounding feature for this energy, and is largely unharmed because this thing was destroyed. And Xerox stands victorious in this like receding, crackling space.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. And I go back to being very stunned.
You can speak falteringly. The person who says, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So it's 10 feet up.
Yeah.
I'll use my movement to fly up to the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will swing recklessly at 28 to hit.
Yeah.
17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Yeah, the first hit has to just be focused on breaking the statue itself to expose the phylactery within, and with that damage, enough of like the neck and torso and head are just like swiped away in a single blow to show at least like a portion of that phylactery that you can now attack directly.
Okay. I will reach out and grab onto the opening in the neck. I'll hang there from it.
Nice. Real cliffhanger moment to like hang on to this thing with one hand. One very muscular forearm is shown.
I mean, looking good is part of the goal. Any action movie exposes that I can get in there.
Awesome. After Xerox, we have Archivist 3, which is the one on the stairs, I believe.
Now he doesn't get a turn.
Definitely gets a turn, and it's definitely going to use this
Doesn't
against
need it.
the nearest target who has taken the most knowledge from the archival bastion, which is Beep Boop.
I've also lost the
no
most
one on the
knowledge to the
ground.
archival bastion. I would like to point that out.
Wait, what'd you say?
I've also
He's
lost the most knowledge to the archival bastion. I would like to point that out.
I mean,
It wasn't
he's
lost.
given
You
back a lot.
donated it.
He's given back a lot, so we're gonna call it a net zero. It was a big story. Like,
Awesome. I think this one is now going to use its mind blast on everybody in the stairwell.
God damn it!
Because why not? So I think that's beep boop and noose only. But it's going to just mind blast up the stairwell, hit you guys with the cone. So that's going to be DC 18 intelligence saving throw or take some damage.
Is this a magic effect?
And be stunned. This is a magic effect, I'd say.
I have advantage on those.
Magically emits psychic energy, so I'm gonna say that's a magic effect. I'm gonna go out on the limb there.
Is that,
No, it's just bad language. Shouting.
does that make it a straight roll with all your
Yep.
exhaustions?
Yep.
Well, at least it's not disadvantage.
I rolled a 27.
That is a success, and it's a
Fuck
do or die,
you.
so you take no damage and they're not stunned.
16.
16's a failure. Yay!
Wait, +5. I can see Noose.
No, you can't. He's invisible.
God, no, he attacked.
Damn it.
Ah, +5. Suck it.
We're right next to each other.
So that pushes you to what? Like over 18, right?
21.
21, yeah, you both succeed. Nicely done. That flash of genius.
It's my last one, don't worry.
You guys both get this like just wave of energy, like where again, like it feels like the bottom is falling out of your mind, and like there's just like something that just wants to scoop all your knowledge and memories out. And once again, like it is also like seeking out specific information. The both of you that have succeeded can give me, I think I noticed, no, I think I've been like kind of like giving it on successes because it's like these have been so damaging and dangerous. So I feel like giving a little bit of info on the success is good. With what you have learned so far about like when you've been able to determine like what information it's going after, I think yeah, I think that you guys are beginning to identify that like it is looking for information about the like basically the old gods, like what existed before the collapse, like which you guys are among the most knowledgeable about that era of the world. And more specifically, it is going after knowledge of the weird like Bellstone stuff in the Cragstone Mountains, the Bellstone Bullet, for instance, that you guys dropped. It is going for, you think, probably the nodes that are that you guys can see in the Panopticon Atlas. The nodes of like magic that are on these like ley line like cross like points of power all across the world. And it is going after the knowledge of like the big Help Gang. Like you guys weren't there, but you feel like your brain. You've heard the stories of like the big Help Gang in Pandemonium, like Nibbles and Xerox and Co. Like fighting a like crazy weird dragon in Pandemonium and stuff. It's like the whole Bellstone story. It's like pretty big in Valkyrie. Like you can feel almost like every memory of stories of this event flipping through your mind as it's like combing through for relevant information that it's seeking after. Um, and with that success, though, you guys do not take damage and are not stunned. That's Arcadus 3. We go to Noose.
This 3 is a jerk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is he in melee with Beep Boop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll attack him.
Wait, are you stunned? Who's stunned?
No, yeah, they both succeeded with
Oh, that's right.
Noose's
Okay.
or with Beep Boop's
It
bonus.
was okay. Sorry, just
Okay.
double check.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Come on.
Murder, death, kill.
19. 19. 1. Plus 3 more.
Ooh,
3. 24. 30 damage.
30 more damage. Nice. Nice. You shank Archivist 3 in the not void mouth.
Yeah. I think I want to go up the stairs more.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm in
I
melee.
think we
range
could.
with
I
him
think
or
we
not.
could fit. No, you can be back. Like you can be back behind Beep-Boop. We can put a third height on there just to show that you're now above Beep-Boop's location.
Well, and I think I can make it to the top.
Yeah, if you want to, you can definitely make it all the way to the
Yeah,
top.
I can bonus action dash to it.
You don't even need to get to the top with your previous movement. You were pretty. I think you were probably like 20 feet away, so you probably have like 5 more feet of movement once you get to the top.
Okay, so I'll just be. That's good.
Cool.
That's it for me.
All right. Oh yeah, that one's destroyed. Thank you. And after Noose, we have Archivist 2, who just used a Mind Blast, and we're gonna see if we get a recharge on a 5 or 6. That's a 4.
Didn't know which dice you rolled.
I know. For a moment, I was just like, wait.
There was a 6 over here.
Okay. Well, it's gonna do something else. Hmm. I'm going to make a roll here, and if this is, I think, over. If this is over a. If this is a 12 or higher, everybody up top needs to tell me if they have less than 100 HP. It's a 15. You all need to tell me if you have less than 100 HP because your opponent is incredibly intelligent and observant.
I don't.
I don't.
You have.
I
So
have more than
you have more. Everybody up top has more. So that's Xerox, Noose, Tayron, and Quilla.
More.
Yes.
So you all have more than 100 HP?
Yes.
Cool. It's gonna pause on power word kill then,
Dang.
and is instead
Oh,
gonna use
fuck that.
Yeah.
Finger of Death.
Oh, I don't like that one.
And this is a
No.
necromantic spell and is going to be empowered in this environment. And is
Can I
going to do
see this guy?
maximum damage.
It can see me, right? If it's casting this?
Yeah.
This? Counterspell.
Oh,
I love you.
She's
Fuck.
oh yeah, it's the
Yes.
warlock, so it's always like max spell, right? Max spell
Yeah,
level.
fifth level.
So it's a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
So you will need to roll for it. Finger of Death is a 7th level spell slot here.
Okay.
So this is a you roll a d20, and you get to add your spell casting ability, which will be your charisma, and you get to add your proficiency die, and that total needs to beat 17.
Okay.
Or needs to meet 17 or higher. Yeah.
Okay. 15 on the dice plus 5 charisma plus 6 proficiency.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
see this thing like reach out its horrific hand with this disgusting like 12-inch long bony clawed finger as it like points out towards you, or towards I think probably the nearest one, probably Noose, as you run up. And like this is a spell you've used it. You have created a thrall out of Vern the horned bull using this spell, and you just annihilate the spell in this moment.
I know
Even as you
about this
feel like
spell.
necrotic energy empowering it to make this immensely potent in this environment, you just like siphon away that energy and like some positive thing, just like some brief connection to your god, something like positive to intervene in this horrific dark space, and the spell is nullified.
Didn't want
I
to be the
think
new
it's-
bird.
It
Yeah.
like breaks it apart with this like the necrotic energy like like is swallowed up by little radiant flares of glow.
Nice. Yeah. It like even like I feel like it even like lances out from the mindful it's not a mindful, it's a the archivist. And like as it's like traveling through the air, it's like intercepted by these like radiant energies. It just like
Yeah,
burns away and never quite hits Noose. So like burns away like inches away from you, Noose.
Yeah.
This beam of necrotic energy. And it is completely interrupted by Quilla, saving the day. That would have been a shitload of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been the new bird.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. So that's our Hey Ron, you're up. Quilla, you're on deck.
Okay.
Okay. I think Let's see if I can't get a better idea where I'm at. Excuse me. Please. Sorry, 1 second.
Bless you.
You're all good.
Thank you. I'm still stunned. So bonus actions only. I don't have much else I can do other than regain a spell slot, which I'm not in a hurry to do. But do you need a Constitution save for me for this concentration on aura purity?
I don't think you've taken any more damage. So yeah, the only time you need to make a con saving or a concentration check is when you take damage.
Got it. Okay. With me still stunned, I'm just gonna roll to get the hell out of stunned.
Right on.
And 14 plus 3, 17 plus 4, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh yeah, you're free.
Nice.
Oh my god.
The end of your turn, you push out the stultifying influence of this magic, and you are freed from the paralysis.
Oof.
Okay. Right now, just to take stock, how many enemies do I have at the bottom of the stairs? Any? One?
Mm-hmm. You're up at the top level still, I think, right? This is you here. So you're up at the top level with Noose and Quilla and Xerox. Xerox is up above you attacking the statue. You see one enemy on this surface level that you're on in the courtyard, and you think that because like through Rory's communication, you think there's another enemy down the stairwell, like probably like 20, 30 feet.
I mean, I don't have anything left, but I'm just gonna go ahead and position myself with the idea that something's coming up the stairs as best I can. I can't really make too much. It's the end of my turn. There's no movement there. So yeah. Or wait, no. What's the movement with stunned? Is it 0?
Like technically because like it happens at the end of your turn, basically your turn ends and then you make the roll.
Got it.
I would definitely let you like do a 5-foot like reposition if you wanted it to take a more like strategic position in front of your allies or at the top of the stairs to make sure that anything coming up the stairs has to go through you specifically.
That's all I'm looking for. Just a 5-foot reposition, cover the stairs.
Yeah, you're like right on the stairwell. If anything comes up here, it's gotta be let past by you.
Got it. All right. Yep. I'll chill.
Yeah. Right on. So that brings Quilla.
Yeah. Well, now that you're free, I'm happy about that. I was about you. I like right as this all happens, Quilla like puts her hand on your arm, like she's gonna like cast that greater restoration on you, but then you're free. So she's gonna try to help clear the path out because nobody up top is stunned right now, right?
Yeah, everybody. I don't think anybody is stunned.
Yeah, I think we're all good now.
Everybody's good on that. Okay. Yeah, Cool's gonna barrel down the stairs and blast the hell out of this thing. Actually, can I tell? Is this thing hurt or like how? What's the shape of this thing that just tried to finger of death us?
Oh yeah, Archivist 2 up top. It's hurt but not heavily, not bloodied, not heavily wounded.
Oh yeah, that was Archivist 2 up top, not the third one, which is down the stairs with us, right?
Yes.
That one's also hurt. I've hit it before.
Yeah, the one down below is definitely, somewhat hurt.
Somewhat hurt. Okay. Then that's the one I want to hit. Actually, since these guys are playing for keeps with spells like Finger of Death and Power of Kill, I'm just gonna go ahead and bust out a Blade of Disaster.
Whoa! Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
ooh.
wait, what?
Ooh.
She can move it.
Aim it at the statue.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Love the moon and tide. I just like that graphic that popped up on D20.
I've exposed the crystal up here. You could probably end that fucker too.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I think if that's being communicated through Rory's, maybe I will try to hit. Before I head down the stairs, I will try to hit the crystal with the blade of disaster. Then.
Yeah, I've definitely been imagining this whole fight as like radio communication overload, as like all of you guys are trying to just like
Yeah.
talk, like say everything that's happening in case you lose that awareness at any
Right.
moment. So I definitely think that you'd be aware that Xerox is fighting these, like trying to destroy these phylactery things up on the statue if you wanted to make that your target.
It's just Call of Duty comms. It's like he's in the basement. He's one shot.
Yeah, I think since we know
So many
that
people
is
having
such
sex with your mother.
that seems to be such a core of its power,
That's
then
right. Forgetting everything that we're doing.
I'm
yeah,
sorry. What was that, Carly?
I'll go ahead and aim at the crystal tower.
Yeah, the statue with the phylacteries inside.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll
Oh
do
my
that.
god, that's gonna hit all of them too. That's so mean.
I hope this is the right decision because I am a little like sad about being so destructive in this place that I was so hopeful about.
Fuck these guys. Fuck them. No, we get to go.
I do get it, but I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Did Indiana Jones apologize to the boulder? No.
Nope. No.
Is the boulder sentient?
Like
No.
literally hundreds of indigenous people that followed him out of that temple trying to kill him for stealing their valuable holy relics. Yeah, he never apologized.
They didn't care who was there. Come on.
He's in England where it belongs.
That's right. Take it back to England. Sorry, quote. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Quill
Yeah,
thinks
so
it's reckless to kill first and ask questions later. Is all that she is thinking.
We've already show more respect for these evil.
We've already accidentally ended an entire race, so I think we're.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of sympathy for them, but we have been known to be as destructive as we are helpful. So
I don't know what you mean. We have helped way more.
Then we've hurt.
Yep.
We've helped bigly, surely.
We
Killed millions.
we helped repair part of the crack in the outline of our show. We did it.
Yeah.
Never mind the horrors we've unleashed.
All right, Quilla, unleashing your level 9 spell.
Yep.
Targeting the statue.
Yep, right at the statue. The first of the two spell attacks is a 20, or sorry, a 19.
A 19
Yeah.
is enough to do damage to statues, but not enough to do damage to phylactery.
Okay. So that's on the so that'll hit that outer part. That just does 4d12 damage. I'm way too reclined to manage this.
A mere 40.
Oh man, I rolled poorly too. 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 11 is 23. Ooh, yeah. So 23 points of damage from the first attack.
Yeah, that like fully exposes the partially exposed phylactery that Xerox is currently working on, and also like partially exposes the third, fourth, and fifth phylacteries hidden in the statues.
Cool.
Now you guys can see 4 phylacteries in these remaining statues.
Cool. Yeah, and then so the second flash from these like planar blades, is not much better. It's a 20. So
A 20 does not hit. Does not meet the AC of these. 23 is the AC for these, matching adamantine.
yeah, I rolled really poorly on both of those.
The first time your spell has I feel like usually the spell like crits when you bring it out. So
Yeah.
it was due for a mediocre.
That's part of it is that you crit on a 18 or higher.
Oh, yep, that's why. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, so good.
Okay, so do I do more? Is there any more to do to the crystal, or is it just the statues left?
So the phylacteries have not been damaged by this spell because they have not beat their AC. The statues are all like just ground and broken away. So you like all 4 of the remaining phylacteries are very, very exposed.
Okay, but there's nothing else I can do to the surrounding material.
Yeah, you pretty much like broken off all the statues that like your big AoE hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I have Blades of Disaster up and spinning. They're just carving little. It's just like this little rift of darkness that's got a little glimmer of light at the edge.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. What's the school of magic with that spell?
It is. Conjuration. So you conjure a blade-shaped planar rift.
Planar rift. That's cool. Yeah, so it's not necessarily like evil or bad. It's just planar rift stuff. Oh, force damage.
That's force damage, yeah.
It is force damage. Yes, that's true.
Nice.
If that matters.
Yeah. So you just rip through the statues. All 5 statues are largely destroyed. The 4 remaining intact phylacteries are still intact and like barely like in there, like like the little bit of like spot that's holding them in place. They're still like more or less on those statues. You guys still know, despite the statues having been destroyed, which of those statues were reforming their detail and which 2 were not. So if you want to prioritize the phylacteries based on that information, you're definitely still capable of doing that. But that I think ends Quilla's turn, unless you got something else.
No, I think that's really about it. I was so intent on like starting to move our party out as we ran, and then this was just too tempting.
Yeah, change of plans. Hell yeah, that takes us to Archivist 1, the dead, with phylactery destroyed, is fully gone, and that takes us to the top of the next round. Beat.
I have a quick question. Do my turrets have the same suffering of exhaustion as I do? Because my attacks are at disadvantage, but I don't know if theirs are.
I think so. No, they're just construct. They're just summon magic construct. Like if you were exhausted and cast like summon creature, that creature would not be exhausted. So I don't see why your turrets would be.
Sweet! My turrets are coming out.
All turrets now.
Just rolling a couple of yarn turrets out as this horrific archivist monster looms over like in front of you.
Time out, bad guy. I gotta sew up. And I sew up some yarn turrets, and then one of them has to be protection, the other one has to be a force cannon, because that temporary HP is gonna come in clutch. So I'm gonna shoot to attack this dude in the face.
HP. You already said.
I have so much, so much that I'm going to attack it for 16 to hit.
16, I don't believe, does not hit.
Well, that's not very nice. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. And then I'm going to grant myself some temporary HP.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Welcome back, Dakota.
Hello.
After Beef Boop, we have Xerox.
I'm going to wreck this. I'm in front of the one that's ostensibly powering this guy. Right?
You were still clinging to the stem of the statue.
Clinging to anything, so I have probably fallen a good amount.
I thought you were holding on to like the phylactery itself. So I'd say that if you want to still be up there, because like the statue still exists like up to the legs, and then like this big chunk has been just like destroyed by the blades of disaster, and so you can be like just clinging to just above that AoE, because I assume Quilla aimed that below Xerox, so as not
I
to
was
blade of disaster her as well.
Xerox is now 2 Xerox. One of them just legs. Xerox is going to use her movement to hover right in front of the one she's clinging to, and she's going to bash it using two hands with her hand.
So you can target relic, the second one to be gaining features, or the third one to be gaining features.
I think the second one, because I think that's this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've already done damage to this one as well. Yeah.
Okay. Just so. 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no. Sorry, adamantine 23, not 21.
Shit.
Yeah, 23 is the AC of the these phylacteries.
Not gonna hit either.
Damn.
And what if I tried to grab two of them and then try to fly down the holes?
Like take them away?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. You can take a phylactery to grab, like phylacteries 2 and 3. They're big, but you can just like tuck them both like big footballs and just like charge down there if you'd like to.
All right, I'm gonna take phylacteries. Well, no, I'm gonna leave him because Clueless still got Blade Disaster.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my movement to drop myself down in between Willa and our current enemy. Or hell, I'll just drop right here.
In front of it. Nice.
And just land there, bracing myself for it.
Awesome. All right, after Xerox, we have Archivist 3 again, which is down below. It lost its, used its Mind Blast. It doesn't get it back. It is instead, and it was the one up top that used Fingered Death. So this one, oh, I did that wrong. It's actually this one. Oh, it's not this one. What's that? This one still has it. I don't know why I'm erasing this because I'm pretty sure he's just going to use it right now. Oh, Beep Boop probably has less than 100 HP right now with a half max HP.
Oh, he has
Fake news.
well under 100
His
HP.
power word kill on somebody. There's so few chances to find a PC. With
I'm
so
in the
near
ethereal plane.
Unfortunately, you are indeed not. And today is another day that I get to kill Joel's character. Because Power Word Kill is a 9th level spell with no saving throw. And if you have fewer than 100 HP, you fucking die.
Die! I am no longer tired.
The sweet release of death arrives. You feel like you're just slipping off into the deepest, most refreshing nap. As your consciousness seems to just sink beneath the floor down into the ground, and you lose any sense of your body, any sense of time, any sense of existence, and you are dead.
I hate to break it to you, but I think Quill is trying to counterspell you.
I did shout counterspell if I can see the
Oh,
person.
did you? I don't know that this is, no, you can't see him. Like, this is the one that's down the stairs, like 20, 30 feet. And we've already set like a 15-foot like sight around the spiral staircase. I think this is outside of your range to see.
Okay.
Y'all left a nearly dead Beep Boop alone with an archivist down there on the stairs.
Y'all left. I don't want to hear it.
Shit.
He was, last time I saw him, he was rolling down the stairs. He was fine.
I kept rolling. What?
He just
So
looked
full of
really
life.
haggard and he was rolling his body down the stairs. I mean, he looked like he had everything
So
going
full
for
of
him.
life.
Yeah. And that brings us to 9 o'clock. So we're gonna end this session with me killing Joel's character again.
Yay!
Death of Beep Boop in like 3 or 4 sessions.
Yeah.
He's been trying to kill your character for how long now?
A million years.
Yeah.
In like,
That's hilarious.
He's died in like the 3 of the past 4 days.
I think I have. How did I die last
There
time?
was one session where Beep Boop like got killed. He got like what's the fast res spell?
Revivify.
Revivify. He got revivified, killed, revivified, killed, revivified. So he died like 2 or 3 times in a single fight.
Yeah.
Like full dead. It was so fun. And now I've got him again, and you guys here beyond the heavens, beyond all the known planes or commonly known planes of existence, beyond the ethereal, beyond all of this, what it means to die in a place like this, we might begin to find out next time.
Shit.
But for now, Beep Boop lies quite dead in the stairwell
Oh
in a
man.
dark place.
How many turns would you say?
Great.
I think we got through four rounds of combat there.
Keeping track
And
of
then-
my own oxygen.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody.
15-second gap, and then we had 4 turns of 6. So.
Yeah. So 6, 12, 24 plus another 15. So it'll reach like 40-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody like subtract. We'll just round up to like a 3/4 of a minute. So we can use at least reasonable fractions.
Gotcha.
So everybody like lose 45 seconds of air that you're tracking.
We also lost 15 at the top in that loose initiative.
Yeah, we counted that.
Yeah,
They
because
did?
there are 4 rounds of combat, 6 seconds each. So that's 24 seconds, and then the
Okay.
15 brings it to. I guess it's a little less than I would think. So
Like
24
30.
is 39. Yeah, so yeah, we'll
Call
round up to
3/4.
35 just to make it easy.
You guys had it. I wasn't listening. No, good
What'd
job.
you say? 35?
45.
45. Full 45 seconds past tonight.
And
Yeah.
1 dead construct.
Yep.
There are multiple
You guys-
dead constructs here.
Do I have the okay to waste Bellstone?
Discovered so many more wonders to share with you.
Oh, yay.
I gotta.
Who are you?
Oh, hilarious. GG,
Awesome.
GG.
Good
Jeez.
games.
Good game.
Jared, glad you were back.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, it was so good to have you.
Glad you were there.
It really was.
Jared, wish I could have been in person too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Next time.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a regular thing, or is this just a one-off for a couple weeks or for a while?
I'll try, but it really depends on how things go at my house during
Sure.
the week. So it's just like it'll be present for one, maybe not for the other. But
Yeah, whole spotty.
No worries. No worries. Glad you can
Yeah.
make it though.
Yeah.
It's very good to have you here.
definitely, roll Xerox. We'll probably continue aiding in this fight. Next session, if you're here or not, we'll Pacific Rim you or whatever,
Absolutely.
and have you focused on keeping your allies alive and knocking out phylacteries.
I think that was my plan anyway.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
We sacrificed you to keep them at bay. We didn't need to, but we did it
Well,
anyway.
we did.
Oh, Joel, nice cast on that enlarge spell. We needed
You know,
that. That was
gotta make them
Oh,
big.
yeah, you shrink because he's dead.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, damn it.
So it's that.
Is-
Way to remind him, Tayron.
That's not my fault. He reminded. He remembered.
Cameron.
Paralyzed for the stun, charmed blind.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help you there, paralyzed. All right, guys. GG's.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
Night.